It must be bad though if he was running towards what's the other family's name?
Baldry.
Yeah.
Last we left our intrepid investigators, Tex was riding towards Burl with a load of newspapers on Thursday morning at 6 a.m. when a man ran out of the woods and jumped on his wagon. Uh, Once Tex got him in the driver's seat with him, man said, "Let's see here. Now what's going on? What happened?" Tex said. "Bodies!" the man screamed in his face. "There's a bunch of bodies! Plague! It's a plague!" He grabbed Tex by the shoulder and shook him violently. "Where?" Tex said. "Back there," the man said, "on our property." "On whose?" "There's so many. There's 4 of them." "On whose property?" "Our property. Pickersgill property." Now, at this juncture, were you going to attack him?
No. He'd probably be. Now you said something about a plague.
"They're all covered. They're dead. They're dead." He's hysterical.
You're not sick, are you?
Oh.
He's still just.
Okay. No, I ain't sick. I ain't sick. Get us out of here. He like punches you in the shoulder. It's not enough to hurt you, but he's like trying to emphasize his need to move.
Like, and I got my. Like, I'm still moving the mules like at double speed or something, aren't I?
Yeah, the mules are still going pretty fast. Your
right.
messenger gun is back. It's at your feet.
Yeah.
Because when you reached back to pick him up, I assumed you put it down because you had to keep one hand on the reins. He's leaning up against you. He's obviously terrified. And I believe his picture is in the gaming texts. Gaming text down darker trails. Yeah, there he is. Young man, short hair, no hat. Suit is disheveled. Hard to tell much more than that. The only light you've got is the lantern, which is pointing forward, illuminating the road ahead of you. He continues to urge you to go faster. You've got the mules pretty much going as fast as they're going to go.
And I tell him this is as fast as they go. I'm not going to kill him.
Go faster, you damn mules! So he's yelling at the mules. It doesn't help. They don't go any faster. And he keeps looking behind him. Anything you want to do?
I
or
might
just
try to keep an eye out behind too. Then, if he's like looking behind.
It's pitch black back there.
Okay.
Remember, it's morning. It's a little after 6. The sun hasn't come over the Olympic Mountains yet.
Oh yeah.
It's very dark. You can see light ahead of you in the west and the east, but it is otherwise very dark. He keeps urging you to get the mules to go faster. Go ahead and make me a sanity check. I'm gonna make one for him. What is his sanity? Let's find what his sanity is.
Ooh, I failed it.
No, he's doing okay. You are over the clip clop of the mules. It almost sounds like there's footsteps behind you, like someone's chasing you.
Okay. So how much did I lose?
No, you don't lose any.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But it sounds like someone's chasing your wagon.
Yeah.
Could be.
Maybe, it's a one session today.
Maybe there really is someone back there running after you. Maybe it's Hazard.
Oh wow! Got started early.
Doesn't seem likely, but
could I make another roll to try to get the mules to go faster?
They're going pretty fast right now. You think they're going about as fast as they can? I'm trying to remember what the weather was. I don't know if we had determined that. No, I guess it's clear. It's clear for the moment.
Okay.
I didn't write it's raining or anything in the old journal entry, so other than it being very dark, as you race down the road through the woods, hoping that your mules know the way well enough that you don't go over a cliff somewhere. There he is.
I've taken this road a few times, though. I should probably know the area a bit by now. At least this road, anyway.
Yeah, you know it pretty well. Hopefully, you got that lantern on the front.
Yeah. All right.
So, do you just ride onto Burl as fast as you can?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, give me another drive animal check. You got them going. Now let's see if you can maintain or keep them from injuring themselves.
Made a hard success.
Nice. Yeah.
I rolled a 20.
You make record time to Burl. Only a few hours. You get there before noon. Well before noon, actually. By this time, it's light enough for you to see this man better. He does have a holster, and there is a pistol in it. He's gripping the seat. His knuckles are white. He's gripping the seat so hard. He keeps looking all around. Most of the way there.
I make my stop or whatever.
Yeah, you have a couple stops in Burl. Usually you stop and you probably have lunch there too. You probably eat something at the saloon before you head back, because otherwise it's going to be a long day, and get something to drink. So do you do that today?
Yeah. I'll ask him if he wants to join me for lunch.
He's looking around. He looks scared. Okay, he says real fast, jumps down, stays real close to you.
All right.
He's constantly looking around like he thinks something's going to happen.
Okay. And I head over to the saloon to have lunch.
Yeah, you have a beer and lunch. Just the regular Burl, quick, overpriced mining town lunch. And,
okay. He get anything to eat?
Yeah,
I'll tell him I'll pay for it.
He gets whatever's the special. He picks at his food and he eats most of it. But he keeps looking around. He's especially looking at people's faces. And at one point he whispers, you could tell the plague because there's little tiny dots all over. And he seems very nervous.
Well, maybe you should look for a doctor in town then.
No, you got to take me back.
You wanted to get out of there. So now you're out of there.
Yeah, but you got to take me back. Yeah, you got to take me back.
All right. I'm heading back that way anyway.
Now, where do you want him to sit? And how do you indicate where you want him to sit?
He can sit up with me. I think I kind of want to keep an eye on him.
He's still real nervous.
That's fine. I got my pistol on me.
Hazard, it's Thursday, April 19th, 1877. What are your plans for the day?
Well, first off, anything new in the wagon that arrived on Wednesday?
No.
Gotcha.
Nope. Nobody was on that one. This Wednesday was empty. Mail.
And I did send the letter that we found bats. Blah 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 blah. Okay, cool. Just want to make sure.
You sent your letters. You sent a letter before that said send me money.
Thursday. Money letter was way back when.
So, just a reminder, you've got Fontaine. Not Fontaine. You've got.
I need to talk to him anyways.
I believe it was Kildare.
Kildare, yeah. He wants to be broken out.
He wants to be broken out of prison, and he will fix. He will fix your servant's arm. Graves' arm. You've got the native Kalut, who wants you to bring the prisoners to them, the Indian prisoners. A lot of
difficult things.
Yeah. I have so many notes here of stuff that's just sitting, nobody's investigating. So this is a sandbox game right now. So you guys need to go out and do stuff.
That Marshall.
You keep throwing more stuff at them.
Yeah, it's because you sit around for a week and you don't do anything. What are you guys doing this week? Oh, it's raining. I'm not going out. Okay, fine.
I'll go out.
So, is there anything you want to do today, Hazard? It is a sunny
so many things
day,
to do.
partly cloudy.
We are down a lot of people today too, though.
Mm-hmm.
We can still try to do some stuff and investigate some things.
Yeah.
I would like to drop by Fontaine's and see how that translation that he's putting off is going.
Nobody's home.
Nobody's home?
Nope. Yours not here, so his NPC is not going to be around.
Okay, gotcha. From all my run-ins with the marshal, he seems like a nice, honest man who's law first, anything else second. That's rough. I'll just start doing regular everyday activities while Aaron gets to have his little adventure.
Okay, Aaron.
Try to think of something we can do.
You're riding back. You could look at old newspaper articles. There's tons of stuff in those as well. Don't forget.
He's not pushing me to make the mules go faster this time, is he?
No. He doesn't. He doesn't seem to want to get there very fast at all. You reach the woods outside of Saltmarsh and the road. You can see the signs up ahead, the no trespassing signs, on the right and the left. And as you're driving, somebody steps out of the woods to your left. NPCs.
Ow.
He's this fella. I don't know if you've met him before or not.
I don't think he has.
I don't think so.
That's one of the Baldries, right?
You don't, James? Shut the fuck up. You're not there.
Gotcha.
I can confirm I do not know him. Then
he's carrying a 12 gauge shotgun. He is wearing rough clothing, and he smiles when he sees your wagon.
Okay, I got my messenger gun in my hand.
Okay, he aims his shotgun at you as soon as you pick your messenger gun up. He's aiming it as you guys are approaching. You're probably 100 yards away when you see him, so you're well out of range. But he literally just brings it up to the shoulder and aims it right down. The guy next to you says, "Oh shit, it's a Baldry!" And he pulls his pistol out and he starts shooting at the guy.
If he starts shooting at the guy, I kick him out of the wagon.
Okay.
I don't want part of this family feud.
Make me. He's way out of range. Go ahead and make me a brawl, fighting brawl.
Let's say
he doesn't get any kind of defense. He's not expensive.
The one guy's not going to be able to hit him, but
yeah.
Oh, that's a fail.
You kick him in the side. He doesn't fall out. He goes, "You son of a bitch, traitor!" And he levels the gun at you.
Oh, he pulls a gun out on me?
No, he already has a gun in his hand. He already fired a shot. Now he's turning it in your direction. He's pointing it at you.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't want part of your family feud.
Well, you got it, you stupid son of a bitch.
You lower your gun right now.
Oh.
Or it's going to be it for you.
Nobody tells Pickersgills what to do. Yeah, he's got an aimed, cocked gun he's got a gun cocked and aimed at you. Keep that in mind. He'll probably get to go first in the round.
Yeah, he will.
This is what it looks like to you.
Can I yank on the reins and get the mule to like go faster right now, and maybe I'll jolt him or something?
You could try. If you fail, it could be bad.
Yeah. Well, hell, we're still moving in that direction.
Yeah, you are. You're still moving in that direction.
All right. Maybe this Baldry guy will take him out then.
Maybe. He seems pretty mad at you right now, though. Gunfire erupts from the right side of the road now. Bam! Whizzes into a tree next to the dude with the shotgun, who has not fired yet. He seems to be waiting for you to come into range. You see him go like... He had the shotgun. You see him go like this. You know, like his head ducks down. And he just hightails it off the road back to the left. Meanwhile, you have a gun pointed at you. And he goes, "Oh! Oh! Now you're in for it!" You see another man step out of the woods. He's got a rifle. He appears to be working the action. As it's probably a one-shot of some kind. Maybe it's a, let's see, what are some of the one-shot rifles? Trapdoor. Maybe it's a Springfield trapdoor or something like that. The guy on the wagon with you, who you still haven't even learned his name, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Prods you in the...
I probably would have asked him his name at some point during the trip, but...
Prods you... Okay, you can have... It's Levi. He's Levi.
Oh.
Prods you in the side... Oh, no. Prods you in the side with his pistol. He says, "You stop right up there by him." The other guy who's coming out of the woods looks like... Oh, man, I haven't prepped these pictures yet. Oh, well. Looks like this. There he is. Got a mustache. Kind of an angry look on his face. He is wearing a hat. He's wearing like an overcoat type of a duster kind of deal. And he watches the wagon approach, and he sees that... Well, you don't know what he sees. Anyway, you've got a gun in your side, and he's told you to stop up here.
I stop.
Okay. He says, "Levi, what the hell are you doing?" And Levi says, "Plague! There's a plague! There's bodies! They're in the woods!" And he kind of points like at you're here, and he's like pointing in front of you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
The other fella, whom he calls Reuben, they're in there, Reuben. Finishes reloading the rifle, cocks it, tucks it under his arm. What? Plague? There's plague? Who the hell are you? He looks at you, Tex.
I'm assuming this is your brother.
That's not what I asked you. Who the hell are you? He's
at my wagon early this morning on my way to Buell.
Uh-huh. You're lucky he didn't shoot you.
So I gave him a ride.
Who the hell are you?
I'm Tex.
Tex?
I'm from Saltmarsh. I
think you'd be from Texas with a name like that.
Yeah.
Well, get out. Get out of the wagon.
I gotta get back. I got a job.
Did I ask you if you had to get back?
I don't care. I got a job to do.
Get out of the wagon.
And if I don't?
He unslings the rifle from under his shoulder and holds it. He's not pointing it at you quite yet, but Levi still has a gun stuck in your side. Well, I might have to shoot you for trespassing.
I'm not trespassing.
He cocks it.
If you want the sheriff on your ass for killing an innocent man,
the sheriff's is up in Dungeness. That's 60 Mile. I don't think he's going to hear me shoot you. Now get out of the wagon.
Marshal.
You're being prodded in the side again by Levi. You better listen to him. You better listen. It's not comfortable at all.
Didn't I help you out earlier today? Why do you got this gun in my side?
Make me a psychology check, Aaron.
Failed with a 91.
91. Okay, you're fine. You're fine. One more time, mister. Get down. That's the guy who's holding the rifle. Levi's still poking you in the side.
All right, I get down.
Okay.
I still got my messenger gun, though.
Put it down.
You first.
He's aiming his gun at you now. Levi still has the cocked pistol aimed at you as well.
I put it down.
Okay. Do you put it on the ground, or you put it like in the back on the floor of the
I'll put it on the floor of the wagon.
Okay, you put it down there. He says, "Divest yourself of your hardware too."
What?
You carrying a sidearm?
I'm not gonna pull it out unless
Put it.
you guys.
Put it on the wagon. Mister, I don't know why you think you're in charge here. You have two guns pointed at you, and I'll blow your head off in a second without giving a damn. Divest yourself of your hardware.
I put my gun on the wagon.
Okay. Yeah, you tell him, Room. You tell him. Levi, you shut the hell up, idiot. You're going to show us where these plague is. What are you even talking about? Levi tells him he found 4 dead bodies in the woods, and they were plague. And Reuben says, all right, you're leading the way. Mister, you follow him, and I'm going to follow you.
I follow him.
Okay. You tromp about 100 yards through the woods. Levi stops and he points over, and by some trees, there are like 4 dead bodies. There's guns lying on the floor, on the floor, like around them, and they have all of these markings all over them. They look like tiny little red dots all over their faces and their hands. You can't see the rest of them because they're wearing coats. There's a smell. These bodies have obviously been here for a week or 2. Well, hell, Levi, you're right. There's a surprise. Well, I suppose we should do our civic duty. Levi's like, what are you talking about? Ma ain't gonna want these on the property. So you and this feller can take him back to his cart and take him into town. And
I'm not getting sick with no plague.
Levi starts complaining too. He says, Mister, if you don't move those bodies, I ain't got no use for you. Reuben said that. Levi's bitching. But he's going over to the dead bodies.
All right. Fine.
I'll just keep a lookout for Baldries. But he's watching you guys. He's not watching out anywhere else. There are 4 of them. It only takes you a short... Huh?
There's 4 bodies. We could use your help if you want us to get them in there.
Nope. That's all he says. With his cocked rifle in his hand. It doesn't take you very long. I mean, it's a tromp through the woods. It's a football field through the woods back and forth. He comes with you each time. There's plenty of room in the back of your cart. Wagon. And Levi brings last these guns. It's a bunch of pistols. It's like 4 pistols. They were all armed, apparently. And he just chucks them in the back of the wagon with the corpses.
Okay.
And then the man looks at you. Reuben looks at you. He says, Levi, go home. And then he looks at you and says, now, as you can see, these men weren't shot. So you could tell whoever that these bodies weren't our responsibility. That's a statement from the Pickersgills. Thank you for your help. We'll remember. And then he turns his back on you and walks into the woods.
All right.
And I mean, you have access to your guns when he turns his back on you. So
I'm not going to shoot him.
Okay. Okay, I'm just letting you know you could. He looks pretty.
I thought about it for a second, but I'm not going to shoot him in the back.
He seems pretty cocky when he just turns his back on you and walks away.
I also thought about throwing a stick of dynamite into those dead bodies. And say, there's something about them, but
the problem is it takes a round to light it. He probably would have killed you first. Wow, Pickersgills they're not very nice people.
Oh, I say, next time I come riding down this road and someone comes running from that side, I'm shooting first and asking questions later.
You can. All right. So you have 4 stinking bodies in the back of your wagon.
Yeah, I'm getting back to Saltmarsh as quick as I can then.
Yeah. Maybe couple animal rolls, or drive rolls, whatever. You can push your mules a little bit more today, and they go.
I got a hard success one.
Right. The second was a hard success. That's okay. You only have to push them for a mile. Okay. They're not happy.
Hey, I got an extreme for the second one.
Okay. They're still not happy. But yeah,
I know they're not happy, but I'm not happy either now.
Where do you want to go in town? I mean, do you want to go to the livery stables first, or do you want to go straight to the marshal's office or the doctor's office, or?
I'm going to go straight to the marshal's office first.
Make me a luck check. We'll see if he's there.
09 is.
God damn, he's there. Actually, all three of them are there. The marshal and both his deputies.
Extreme, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hazard, you can make me a luck check. We'll see if you're somewhere where you can see text come in a lot earlier than he usually does.
About to say, because I could. Nope. Well, actually, 70. No, not 65.
Nope. Okay. No, you are counting your money, or I don't know. You're doing the hazard stuff. wondering when you're going to get your product back from the marshal. That belongs to me.
Gotta figure out a way to break into the jail.
Yeah, there you go. Figure a way to break into the jail. There we go. That's what we need, a jailbreak. That'd be great. Yeah, you get there, and you go into the marshal's office, and the marshal and both deputies are there. The door to the cells is open. As you walk in, you hear, "The South will rise again! The South will rise again!" And apparently the parrot cage has been brought in and left here in the marshal's office for some reason from the ship.
Okay.
You see both of the marshal. He just kind of rolls his eyes, and then he looks at you. Before he even looks at you, he's like, "Oh God!" And then he looks at you and he sees who it is. Scotty Garbitas is here. That parrot is gonna share secrets. Oh, that's good. That's a good thing to think about. I'll have to remember that. Anyway, so the marshal stands up. The African American deputy is actually in the front with him. They were talking about something pretty closely, and the other deputy, the white guy, is standing in the doorway. He's looking in the back. He closes it as you come in, and the marshal says, "Tex,
I got something you need to see urgently."
All right. And he follows you. You made extreme success. They don't have anything really happening right now that is pressing. So both him and the African American deputy come outside.
Okay, and I'll take him to the back of my wagon. Like, tell him. So some Pickersgills jumped me today and showed me to these bodies here. The one was early this morning yelling about a plague.
They both take a couple steps back when you say plague. But they don't say anything. Keep going if you want.
Well, I say if they take a couple steps back, like, I just wanted to make you aware of the situation. They forced my help. And I don't know where else I'm going with this.
That's fine. You can just stop there if you want.
Yeah.
Well, could you take these on to, he points down the street to the doctor's office.
I'll take them down to the doctor. I just wanted to make you aware of the situation.
Oh, okay. All right. The African-American deputy takes his handkerchief out and covers his mouth with it. As you climb back into your wagon and head down, it's not very far down the street to the doctor's office.
I probably will tell them, like, they were on Pickersgill land.
The marshal comes with you. He climbs into he climbs up onto the side of the wagon in the front next to you. He's hitching a ride down to the doctor's office with you. While as en route, which takes less than a minute, he's like, "Okay, were they shot? I mean, have you looked at them?"
It didn't look like they were shot, but there's marks all over their body.
He looks towards the back. He looks a little uneasy about this. And when you get to the doctor's office, the two of you go in, or he gestures you to come in.
Right.
Relates the situation. Have you met Dr. What the hell's his name?
I don't think I have. But
at all?
I know from in game or whatever other stuff. I think like he's also African American.
Yeah, he's African American too.
I think he patched you up one time, right, Aaron?
I don't remember taking damage at any point in time.
Aaron still hasn't been shot yet because he's not dumb enough to mouth off too much to the Pickers Gills.
Yeah.
Davis, Dr. Isaac Davis is what it says over the door. You're a little surprised to see he's an African American. I'm pretty certain I've got pictures of him up here. Yeah, there he is. If you scroll up just a little bit in gaming text down Darker Trails, you'll see him. He's got a beard and a goatee. Tall, handsome man.
1 point of damage at one point in time. That's all seems like I've ever had marked down.
I don't think you'd go to the doctor for that. Why bother? And you, when you say plague, yeah, he wraps something around his face. It's not really common practice at this juncture. A lot of people don't know how germs are translated, but he apparently is taking a precaution or two. He asked for your help moving them, and Marshall Dodd is going to help as well. He's got like a litter, like a stretcher, and it's it's easier to slide the corpses out onto this stretcher. He actually takes them around the back of the house to a shed behind the house.
Okay.
And it's kind of cool in there, and you see some ice in there. It looks like it's some kind of an ice house. You know what I mean? Like a little ice house.
Gotcha.
And he's putting them right on the ice, basically, or very close by. He lights a lantern in there. Marshall Dodd comes last after you guys have moved all 4 of the corpses into the ice house. And you see that he's got the guns, the 4 guns that were sitting around. He's flipped one of them open, and he's checking cartridges. And it looks like he's checking all these guns out. And he says,
okay.
Looks like they were all used. There's nothing but empty shells left. And he puts them on a table on the side in that same ice house.
Okay.
And he kind of looks at his hands, and he kind of does this. He does not look very comfortable.
Yeah, I'm probably kind of brushing myself off, though, too, after handling.
You don't actually have to handle them very much. Actually, the doctor brought some gloves out, too, some leather gloves, and handed off to both of you. And he's wearing them, too, before you guys move the bodies. We're going to retro that in.
I probably would have turned down the gloves. I'm like, I already touched them once. Like, he might ask if he can wash his hands or something there.
Yeah, he'll let you wash. There's a pump out back.
Yeah, okay.
It takes a long time to prime it.
That's fine.
And the water is a little salty.
He's just washed it off. That's probably good.
Yeah, it's for that. It's just for washing your hands. It's obviously seawater, or at least partially seawater. The doctor took a lantern into this little ice house thing, and also lit it. Dodd's like, "Can you tell us how they died?" And Dr. Davis says, "Well, not yet, but I'll take a look at them." And then he wants a statement from you, Tex, exactly what happened.
I tell him exactly what happened.
Okay. All right. You tell him the thing at the end about what did Ruben say? We owe you one, or something like that, or we'll remember you. I can't remember what he said.
Yeah, something along those lines. I don't know if I say that. Well, no. Yeah, I tell him everything. Like the fact that he tossed the guns in there.
Oh, that was Levi that tossed the guns in. Levi brought the guns last and just kind of chucked them into the wagon. Okay, yeah, he writes everything down.
Hey, I'm not very happy at how they did that. So yeah, I have no. I don't care what happens to them.
He says, "Well, Tex, probably not much is going to happen to the Pickers Gills. They outnumber my men, and if there was 2 of them, they're probably going to claim you were trespassing on their property, so they got some free labor out of you in exchange.
Oh, I understand.
You're lucky to be alive. They are dangerous and crazy, and probably all criminals. So I'm glad you're alive.
So if one comes running out of the woods at me next time, I can shoot first and ask questions later?
If you want the rest of them to come after you after that, yes, you can. You probably won't be arrested for it if he's armed. But you're going to find Saltmarsh a very, very, very terrible place to live for however long you survive.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and he doesn't. That's all he needs from you. Oh, Jeffrey was looking for you. Mortimer Jeffrey.
Me?
For you, Hazard. I haven't seen him today. Hutton. I haven't seen him today either.
Hutton's probably resting. He needs a rest.
Yeah. For the three of you. Well, Jack Justice too. He said, but he mainly needs to see you or Hazard or Hutton. So if you see him, he's looking for you. Just letting you know. Just passing the word.
Gotcha. I might kind of hang around I kind of want to hear what the doctor says about him. Like,
okay. Well,
I'm going to ask him.
You guys went back to the marshal's office for the marshal to take the statement.
Okay.
So you can go back to the doctor's office if you want. Your wagon is still out front. Your mules are real restless. They've been tied up all day. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll take them back to the stables and like rub them down or whatever, groom them, whatever I need to do, and then I'll head back to the doctor's.
Okay. Are you going in the front door? You going around back to the ice house?
I'm going to go around back to the ice house. I want to see if he's still inspecting them.
He is actually still inspecting them. The lantern's still lit. You can see he's been cutting them open. You have an immunity to gross injury, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you were in the war. You saw some shit in the war. He's cut them open. He's writing down stuff. When you come to the door, he looks your way, and he just kind of nods. While he's working, he says, "I don't think we have met. I'm Dr. Isaac Davis."
So, Doc, do you think they're contagious at all? Should I be concerned?
I don't know what is wrong with these men. I didn't catch your name.
Most people just call me Tex.
Tex, all right. I haven't finished checking them all. I probably won't be done till tonight, and I'd rather not say anything till I see if they all have the same exact symptoms. But you're welcome to stop back by the house after supper. I should be finished by then, and I'll let you know what I found out, if I can figure it out.
Is there anything I could do that might keep myself safe in the time being?
You might want to go for a swim.
All right.
He kind of gestures like past you. The ice house kind of faces the ocean.
Okay.
He says either in the ocean or the river, or you might want to go about a mile from town. And you know that there's not a whole lot of people piss all over the place and crap everywhere. So
gotcha.
So the water right around town is not probably terribly clean.
Gotcha. So yeah, I'll probably take doctor's orders, swim around for a bit.
You're gonna walk outside of town?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you walk up about a mile away. Are you going up the river, or do you want to go out in the ocean?
He'd probably go in the river.
Yeah, okay. So you could head upstream. That'd probably be the safest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you go and you jump in the river. Are you trying to get past the Saltmarsh, or are you gonna go where the marsh is still salty?
Well, okay. I guess.
I mean, this is like the St. Joe.
The saltwater part doesn't bother me, but if it's like marshy and like mucky, if it's mucky, I don't want to be anywhere where it's going to be mucky.
Okay, you have to go pretty far upstream. It seems like.
If that's the case, I might just then retrofit, and we'll just say head a mile along the beach or something.
So you headed upstream. You couldn't find a good spot, and then you went back out and head down the. Okay, yeah. You eventually find a spot that is suitable. You strip down. You jump in the water, swim around for a little while, come back out. It is. What the hell is the date? It is April. It's a little chilly, but it's not too bad.
Oh yeah.
Get your clothes back on, head back. The walk back will warm you up. So, Hazard, did you do anything today?
I figured out what I wanted to do.
Yay!
I wanted to go meet with Mortimer because he seems to be, even though the mayor is the mayor, he seems to be more.
He's president of the council.
Yeah, and he knows what's going on more and might have more pull than the mayor even.
Okay, give me a luck check. Let's see how long it takes to find him.
I was like, oh, nice, but no, that's 100.
It's 100. Okay, so you go around looking for him. You're like, have you seen Jeffrey? Blah, blah, blah. They're like, yeah, he was looking for it. He just went here. And you go there, and he's not there. He was just here looking for you. And this goes on all day until you run into Tex coming into town. His clothes are a little damp, so you don't know what's going on. He's not in his mule. He doesn't have his cart or his mule. You've never seen him outside of town without him going, why don't we take my wagon? You know what I mean? Like, every time you've gone up to the haunted house with him, he's like, we'll take my wagon. The only time you've ever seen him outside of town without his wagon is when you went out in Maggie's sloop looking for Levi Weddle's ship. So this is kind of odd that he's walking back into town, probably about 4 in the afternoon, without his wagon. You still haven't found Jeffrey.
Tex.
100. I should dock
I didn't think it was supposed to be raining today. Why are you so wet?
It's just overcast.
What's up, Aaron? Why are you so wet?
Aaron, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
I asked you why are you so wet? It hasn't been raining today.
I went for a swim. I came across
swimming's good exercise.
I came across some pickers gill who needed some help moving some supposedly plagued bodies.
And you just help pickers gills move plague bodies?
Well, when they got guns pointed at you, you kind of don't have a choice, now do you?
That is true. How'd you find yourself in that predicament?
I let one onto my wagon this morning. I won't make that mistake again.
Understandable. Yeah, a good Samaritan sometimes does get punished. I'm looking for Mortimer Jeffrey. Have you seen him? Seem to be following him in a circle today.
I just got back into town not too long ago, and then I had to deal with these dead bodies. I had to take them into town and off Pickersgill land.
Very odd. Now, why would they have random plague bodies in their property?
I have no idea.
Well, anyways, gotta find me a way to rid the prison of well, not half, but a good amount of its occupants. And I'm just having a rough time. Do you have any ideas about it?
The only idea I have at the moment would be maybe get some Pickers Guild to break the people out of jail. But I really don't want to mess with them at the moment.
That would keep our hands clean of the issue. But
yeah, they did say they owed me one or something along those lines for taking these bodies back to town. I really didn't want to have to owe them one.
Yeah, that's one hell of a favor to ask, though. I could persuade them with some monetary compensation, but again, I want to try to
keep your
do
hands
things as legally as I can. But it will have to happen one way or the other. That's why I'm looking for Mortimer Jeffrey. Hoping he might be able to assist me in convincing the marshal to release either the deformed looking Indians or the or Caldea. I want to be a little trickier because he was not involved in the fighting on the boat, but it did seem like he was clearly with them. But I can ruminate on that later.
So, what are y'all doing?
Continuing the search. I don't know what Tex is doing.
Tex?
Would you like to assist me in finding Mortimer? Or, do you want to change your clothes first?
Yeah, I don't know whether you think about doing that or not. You probably wouldn't at this time, period, but...
Gotcha.
So what do you want to do?
I will catch up with you later.
Hey, when do you think we might check out that cove or whatever, what the marshal wants us to do?
I do want to check out that cove as well, but I really want to fix my man's arm. And to do that, I need Kildare. And some of the evidence be in his book. And apparently some stick. Did you see a stick in that box?
No, I didn't see nothing.
Have to get with Jack. I believe he's the one that looked through that box.
I think so.
All right.
You haven't seen
Catch you
Jack.
later for dinner?
Say that again.
Oh, catch you later for dinner?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to check back with the doctor at the after dinner, though. After handling those plague bodies, I want to see if there's anything I should be worried about.
Hope you aren't sick.
Me too.
Well,
I
you
am.
have
All
a
the
good
more reason for me to hate the Pickers Guild.
Yeah.
Okay. So, let's see. You rolled 100. You're not finding Mortimer Jeffrey today. Not unless you tell me where you go at what time, and I know he's already there.
Gotcha. Worst comes to worst, I will check his house after dinner.
Okay. Aaron,
I know you need to sleep, Mortimer.
Aaron, you going back to the boarding house for dinner?
No, I think I'm going to go to the saloon for dinner.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Otherwise, I would not have seen you.
A couple extra drinks for today.
Okay, so you're getting some food and drinks. I don't know who that is calling. Are you going to the boarding house for dinner, James? Or Hazard?
No, I would have assumed we were going to meet at the saloon.
Oh, okay, because you both live at that boarding house. And
yes,
that's where you eat dinner every night.
Every night?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's free. It's paid for. It's free food. Okay. Remember?
I don't care about money.
Well, okay, you can still go to the saloon. I'm just saying, your normal routine is we go to the boarding house, we have dinner, everybody has dinner together. You don't have to. You can do anything you want.
Gotcha. I'd probably still go to the saloon.
Okay.
That's what I had planned.
That's fine.
About
yeah.
The boarding house
so the two of you are both at the saloon for supper when Mortimer Jeffrey approaches your table, actually.
Nice.
He says, "Gentlemen, there's a couple
I have
things.
Been looking for you.
Well, I've been looking for you, too. First off, there's this. He pulls out a wad of cash, and he puts it down on the table. And he says, this is in thanks for those of you who helped break up this smuggling ring in town. And the village is willing to pay you the same amount again. We actually need to meet with you tonight. The council does.
Oh, that would be perfect.
In an executive session. How about in an hour? He looks at, and you're halfway through your meal. He looks down and in an hour in the back parlor.
All right. And Mr. Jeffries, if I could
Jeffrey.
meet with you.
There's no S.
Sorry, Mr. Jeffrey. If I could possibly meet with you a little before that meeting.
Yes, we can talk before the meeting. He nods. And he turns and leaves. He's off. You finish your dinner, you finish your beer. Aaron, you still have plenty of time if you want to go see Doc Davis.
Yeah.
So Tex finishes his meal and leaves. You see that the ice house in the back is all closed up. There's still a light burning in the front of his house under the sign that says Doc Davis. There's a light inside still.
Okay. I'll knock on the door.
It's open. You go in the front of the house, and it's not the front of a house. It's like a sitting room with a desk at one end. It looks like a hallway that goes back, and you can see there's an examination room on one side and appears to be an office on the other. This is obviously his business. This is his doctor's office.
Okay.
He's writing something. He's actually sitting at the little desk, writing something down, and he looks up at you and says, Tex? So I don't know what the hell those men died of.
Well, that's reassuring.
It's not. They had punctures all over their bodies. All over their bodies. You remember the red dots you saw? Did you see them?
Yeah.
Those red dots were everywhere. But they're punctures.
I kind of thought it might have been... Was chickenpox a thing?
Yeah, chickenpox is a thing by now. Chickenpox.
And smallpox.
Let's see. I can't remember how deadly chickenpox is. It didn't look like chickenpox. These are tiny little red spots. They're not like chickenpox are bigger. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But yeah, you could have mistaken him for chickenpox. He said, but
my guy, wow, he knows first aid. He doesn't know medicine.
Right.
So.
He says it's not pox of any kind. They've been dead for a week or two. And what I can't figure out is where all their blood went.
They didn't have any blood?
None. No, there was no blood in the bodies at all. That's why they're so well preserved, why they haven't bloated up as much. Because all their blood, every drop of it, in every body, is gone. Damnedest thing I ever seen. If this is a disease, it's a bad one. He gives you a look.
What if someone drained the blood out of the bodies? Could someone have done that?
No puncture wounds except for these tiny little red marks all over their bodies. Don't know how that could have happened.
Syringes the thing at this time?
Yeah, there's syringes. They're really big.
Oh, yeah, the thick old...
Yeah, they're thick. And
needles.
You can't just, yeah. And if someone did remove blood from a body, it would have to be from something like that. You know what I mean? They'd have to make a puncture. It'd have to be a big puncture wound. Yeah. So he says, well, just keep an eye on your skin.
Say, well, if something pops up, you'll be the first to know.
He just nods at that. If something pops up on me, I'll let you know.
All right. Well.
Good night.
Yep. Have a good day. Good night.
And you leave. Uh, you go back to the saloon, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
You leave town. I'm crossing the United States. If I'm sick, everybody dies.
Yes.
You can get a hold of Jeffrey before you go in if you want, Hazard.
Great. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I catch him.
Yeah, he's waiting for you. You asked to see him. He's waiting so you can see him.
Yep. No, I approach him. Jeffrey.
Yes.
So, I'm in a little bit of a tight spot.
Mm-hmm.
You heard about my man on that.
He broke his arm or something.
It's much worse than that. It bent horribly out of shape
That's a pretty bad break.
for no reason. There's no break. It's solid.
I'm
It's
not a
just
doctor,
bent.
Hazard. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Allegedly, it was caused by one of the men on that boat. I don't know how, but he claims to have done it.
is there a point to this?
And he tells me he's got the ability to fix it.
You're being had, Hazard. He's obviously trying to get something from you. He can't fix a broken arm or a bent or whatever you call it. I haven't seen it.
Understandable. But moving off of him, because as you mentioned, that is very dubious sounding.
He nods.
These, I would really like to rid the jail of those abominable Indians.
You and Dodd both.
Oh, yes. But the marshal doesn't seem to want to get rid of them. He wants to keep them for the circuit judge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they gotta have a trial.
Now, depending on the outcome of that trial, if they are to be hung or whatever manner.
Hung? I don't think they'll be hung.
Oh, yeah, this time period, execution is being hung.
Yeah, I know, but he said.
Oh, no,
That's
no,
what he
I'm
said.
just
I
guessing.
don't think they'll be hung. That's what he said.
Okay. Oh, would you think they'd be shipped off?
They'll probably be sent away. Probably be sent up to Dungeness for a full trial.
All right. Well, that answers my questions.
All right. Okay, so you guys meet. You go into the parlor in a few minutes later, and all the members of council are there. Jeffrey, Jeff Kotz, the owner of the general store, the bank owner, he's another councilman. Let's see if I can find their names. Ebersold, that's the bank owner of Saltmarsh Bank.
Yep.
And then there is, where's the last guy? Max Widger. You have no idea what this guy does, but you remember his name. Eloise Smith is also there. She's got paper and pen to take notes. They convene very quickly, noting that it's an executive session, that this is, and that everything that's spoken here stays in the room. You're basically
the mayor's there?
Yeah, the mayor's there too. Yeah, Henderson Gray's there as well. Basically, this is a secret meeting, and they're using executive session to justify it. They tell you that this map that was found by Marshal Dodd seems to indicate the ruins of the town of Dunwater, some 10 miles south of Saltmarsh, and that the council considers it essential that a scouting party be sent to reconnoiter the area to ascertain what is there, where that X was on the map. Nobody knows what's happening right now and what else the smugglers were doing. They haven't been very forthcoming, aside that they're providing arms to somebody. as you have had some success, you and your group, Jack Justice, we haven't been able to find him. Hutton helped you out as well. Jeffrey kind of rolls his eyes and says, Owen Starr, council is willing to pay you $500 to go and reconnoiter the area, find out what's there, and
Tex's eyes turned into dollar signs.
Tech's like, yes, we'll do it. Just jumps up to volunteer. Yeah, yeah, that's a lot of money, especially when there's only 3 or 4 of you apparently that are doing anything. They're willing to put the excise cutter at your disposal, as well as Will and Tom Stoutly to sail it again if need be. Although the clerk, Eloise Smith, pipes up at that, noting that there will be a charge for use of the boat this time, and a deposit will have to be placed on that boat as well, that you'll get back once the job is done. If you wish to use it, you don't have to use it. You could go on foot through the swamps, which will probably not be very pleasant, but
they're offering the excise boat or the big boat?
No, they're offering the excise boat, but they want you to pay for its use.
Okay, gotcha.
$40.
I thought I heard two boat options.
And there'll be a $250 deposit on its use, which will be refunded once it's back intact.
Well,
or you could go on foot. Doesn't cost you anything for that. Although there's no road down there anymore, and it's all swamplands, so it'd be rough traveling there.
Would it, using the vessel they were using, draw less attention?
Can you sail that thing? Because our boys can't.
Maybe someone else in town can.
No, nobody else in town is going to be able to sail that steam schooner. Even Maggie would not be able to sail that thing by herself. The thing needs a crew of at least 20 or 30. I don't know how they were getting by with 10. And nobody in town knows how to run that steam engine.
Well, there's some men sitting in jail. Maybe they could be persuaded to help.
No. We're not letting Confederates out of jail.
I'm not saying all of them.
That ship is staying where it is. We're waiting for the federal government to come and do something with it. If it's gone, they won't be able to.
I'm just saying, I think it would be easier for us to succeed if we looked as official as them when we first arrive.
Well, that's...
We should be able to
we
be
just
incognito.
Want someone to go reconnoiter. We don't want you to actually go and deal with whatever's there. There might not be anything there for all we know.
Or there could be a lot more of them there.
Well, you're not getting that giant ship. You're not getting the Mississippi, so...
If there's a lot of people there, Tex, we'll just come back and let them know. Wait, are we reconnaissance? Is that how they were putting it, basically?
Yeah, they want you to do a reconnaissance and see what's there, see what's going on.
Scout it out.
Yeah, scout it out.
Yep.
That's pretty much what they want. That's all they want to talk to you about. They're afraid that there might be some threat to the town. They don't know. It's obvious that it looks like these men were smuggling. We're taking guns to them. Your guns, Mr. Hazard. Those will be returned to you soon. As soon as they can be shown to the judge as evidence, probably they'll get back to you. But that's all they want to talk to y'all about. They just are making that offer for you guys to do it, and there's a $500. It's worth $500 if you do it.
Be more than happy to assist in this.
Okay. All right. Blah blah blah. Session's adjourned. Bang. They're done. And they're getting out.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Well, it's a secret meeting. They don't want to get. Cunningham's always snooping around.
Where's Mortimer?
There was no action taken during the meeting. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Where is he? He must be up to something. Yeah. So there you go. It's probably 7 o'clock at night by the time you're done with all this dinner, or 7 or 8 o'clock at night. So this is not something you have to do. Let's go right now if you don't want to.
Well, say I might motion to Hazard to stick around, and like I wanted to talk to him after
Yeah.
everyone else leaves. Then
Yeah, you guys could stay in the parlor.
I did have another idea though. Maybe we could talk to the natives to see if they would be willing to help us out, especially if we mentioned there might be more of those, whatever they called them. I don't know.
We could, but this is just reconnaissance. Tex, we're just gonna go look around. If we see anything, we just let people know.
But I'm saying maybe they'd be willing to at least lend us someone that knows the area.
We could check. I don't know how well they'll know that area, but I would be interested. Real quick, Andy, this abandoned town that you mentioned, is that the abandoned town from before? Okay. Just want to make sure all the abandoned towns are the same.
You're not referring to like the abandoned town in the paper, are you?
That's what I was thinking of. Yes.
No.
Oh,
No,
that's a different
abandoned
town.
There
Towns
was
up
no
towards
abandoned
mountain.
town mentioned in the paper. There was a camp out in the woods that somebody spotted, and then they
camp.
started shooting at him.
Camp.
That sounds different. And that was up in the mountains.
I have those as two different things. Like the
Okay.
camp I even have is mentioned in the newspaper.
You have
Okay.
you guys haven't heard any rumor of an abandoned village. Jack has heard a rumor about an abandoned village,
Okay.
which I don't believe shared with you. So you're out of luck there.
Okay. Gotcha. Alrighty. So, Tex, were you gonna go check yourself, or did you want me to come?
Well, I already spoke to the doctor. If it is a disease, it's something he's never seen before. He said there was all these little puncture marks all over the body, and the body was completely drained of blood.
Interesting. Like a swarm of mosquitoes that were out for killing people?
Maybe, but I don't. I've lived down in Texas. We've had bad mosquitoes. I've never seen anything that bad before. And there's times you felt like you could be carried away.
I'm writing that down. I'm gonna use that sometime. Swarm of mosquitoes that kills people.
Yep. That's very odd. But, yeah, we could go ask the natives tomorrow morning, and then we could head out whether they decide to help or not. I'll put down the deposit on the boat. Because I'd rather do that than trudge through the swamp.
Yeah, and I pushed my mules pretty hard today. I'm sure they could use a break.
Okay, Thursday night passes uneventfully. Friday the 20th. First thing you hear about that morning, not long after you get up, is a rumor's going around that the circuit judge's horse was found wandering outside of town. People recognized it's a roan, and there was a note on the back of the saddle, but nobody knows. That's just a rumor, actually. Nobody is sure what it says. The horse was taken to Marshal Dodd early this morning.
You're just so frustrated with the whole thing. It's just like, God damn it. So first, I go to the marshal's office once I hear that rumor.
Yeah, you
I'm
and
assuming
Tex both
at
hear it.
breakfast.
You heard it
Oh.
at breakfast from one of the owners of Jenkins Boarding House, who had
Stand
heard
up
it from somebody who
God.
brought some milk for them that morning. You know.
Damn.
So yeah, you and Tex both hear that as you're eating breakfast. Did you hear? Why, nobody knows about this yet. Tex, you notice Hazard's face just gets redder and redder and redder as he talks.
Whose face?
Hazard's face.
Hazards.
Oh.
Life is just determined to slow me down.
Okay. Yeah, you're heading for the marshal's office. I don't know if Tex wants to go with you or not.
Yeah, I'll head with him. He doesn't care.
Yeah, I seem to be walking with a purpose instead of a normal stroll.
Who's got low luck?
I've got 55.
Yeah, I think that's the lowest we have in the room.
All right, make me a luck check, Aaron.
Which is not bad, honestly.
63.
The marshal's not there. There's a deputy, the white guy, and when you burst in I don't know, Hazard. How do you enter the room?
Yeah, no, let's just burst in.
Just throw the door open. It crashes against the wall.
I heard
He's startled.
the circuit judge has gone missing.
Well, that's not been confirmed yet, sir.
Was there a note attached to his horse?
I'm not supposed to tell you anything. I'm not supposed to tell anybody any details. It's investigating. There's an investigation. It's being investigated.
I'm using persuasion. If you please, just give me any kind of information to make my day slightly better.
Okay, make me a persuade check.
That would be
He looks scared.
most appreciative. 26. Definitely. That's hard.
That's a hard success? All right. Oh, you're that Mr. Hazard fella, ain't you? He's
Sure
the one
am.
that got the ship and burned down the ghosts or something.
I got the other.
Well,
I put everybody in those jail cells.
you're actually pointing at him because he's between you and the cells. You can point past him. It was a note. It just said, "Free the prisoners if you want to see them again."
Owlicious that. No, effort's not good.
Bastard.
The most expletive thing that is for the time.
Oh, that's what the deputy does. Very, very offensive.
I am going to kill that man.
Well, it was found north of town. It was found up the road north of town. Past Pickersgills couldn't have been them. I don't think they'd mess around with the circuit court judge. Then the sheriff will be coming around, and then maybe the military. But that's what it said, Mr. Hazard, sir.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Sorry about that.
Thank you for your information.
But I can't show it to you. He told me not to show it to anybody. And please don't tell Mr. Cunningham. I could get in trouble.
I will not let Cunningham know. But
Cunningham should come in right now. You won't let Cunningham know what?
Exactly, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens at some point.
No, that's not happening at this point yet.
Yeah.
Okay. The deputy's real nervous. He's I think I put a picture of him up before.
You probably have.
I could put another one possibly. Let's see if it's convenient. Oh, god damn these stupid notifications blocking up my computer screen. There he is. Yeah, he's got a little mustache. He's trying to grow unsuccessfully. He wears a big ass white hat.
I need to get my black one. Oh wait, but I'm wearing this.
Yeah, you need earbuds with a little microphone on them to wear a hat. I need to get some of those, some nice ones, so that I could.
I like my hat.
Yeah, I like your hat too. It's a good hat. Anyway, so yeah, okay, you guys leave the marshal's office. And Tex Hazard looks enraged. like he is angry. And you've never heard him.
You've seen him.
You've never heard him use language like that before. Wow. You're afraid. You thought the paint would be peeling right off the walls in there.
He's from Texas, and he was in the Army. I'm sure he's heard just as bad, if not worse.
But not in polite company.
That's true.
So, you've heard worse, but not from Hazard. You've never heard him not be polite. You know what I mean? Even to terrible people, he's like, if you don't mind telling me. He's always asking them. He's not telling them. He's not threatening them. He's always just like, you should tell me. Anyway, so, yeah, what do you want to do?
I almost want to go do that now, but we could put that off for just a little bit.
You can do whatever you want. It's not like you're on a time crunch for anything, so. They weren't like, go tomorrow. Check out that place. They were like, we'll pay you to do it, and that's all they said.
Well, Tex, in light of our current situation, I know Owlicious just has 2 men, or I'm pretty sure, but this camp might have any number of people. So we could wait to find the others, because they are might difficult to find right now, and wait for them. Okay, well, in a sentence that makes sense, and wait for them to go down there as a group, or we could hunt Owlicious, just you and I.
Where do you think this Aloysius might be?
Well, just north of the Pickers Guild. Is that going to be around? What's that place with the B? Burl?
Burl?
I can't hear you, Andy.
Burl is like 25 miles away.
Okay, far, very far.
Burl's walking. It's going to take you all day to get there. Usually, Tex, you make it there and back in a day if you push the mules a little bit. You made it there and back a lot faster last time because you pretty much about killed your mules going up there.
But Owlicious, we're walking, I assume.
Yeah, where do you want to walk to? Which direction? Where are you heading?
Area?
Okay, yeah.
That's where I'm heading.
You can each make me a spot hidden.
I'm whispering to you now, Tex. We could, in fact, against every fiber in my being, I succeed with a regular.
Tex, you make a spot hidden?
Bargain with Owlicious to break his own men out. And then we just collect on the engines and Kildare so he can fix my man.
Did you see Fontaine going into the general store? Just FYI, as you pass.
But first,
and also you can make an idea check. You can both make ideas checks.
The general store for a moment. Idea check. Oh, it's so high, and I still missed it.
Me too.
All right,
90 out of 85.
Okay, I rolled an 81 out of 75.
Let's switch rolls.
That's okay. Keep going.
So, I'm headed to the general store.
You look and you don't see him.
That page
At first, you're like, what the hell did he go? You walk back towards the back, and you find him back there. He is apparently filling a basket with sticks of dynamite.
Oh.
Weird.
Well, how you doing, Fontaine?
He yells and stumbles backwards. Hazard. What are you doing? He grabs whatever's on a shelf without looking at it and sticks it on top of the dynamite. It looks like it looks like cloth, like towels or something.
How goes that book we lent you?
Oh, that book you want deciphered from the French.
Yeah.
It's not very interesting. It's taken a while. It's rather dull and complex. I don't think you would understand it.
I would love to try.
Oh, I'm sure he would.
Again,
And he kind of
Fontaine,
looks you up and down at your fine, shiny suit and your expensive belt buckle and your
I
beautiful
will
hat.
give you $100 to make that more of a priority for you.
Well, oh God, there they go.
Things are not going my way lately, and I would prefer something
Things are
work
not
out.
going my way. Things are not going your way, Mr. Hazard. So you just can't you just throw your money at your prop? Oh, damn it, that's not his accent. Can't you just throw your money at your problems and just make them disappear?
If only it were that easy.
Hmm. Well, I got some shopping to do right now, but I'll try to hurry it along.
And just out of curiosity, that's a lot of dynamite.
Just out of curiosity, which side of the war did you fight on? Tex,
Been
where are
inside.
you? Are you outside still?
I might be outside or whatever.
Yeah, okay, he's outside. Okay.
Just shopping inside.
There's nobody around. There's nobody around around the two of you having this conversation, by the way, Hazard. So go ahead. He asked you what side of the war you fought on.
Where I sold arms. I forgot my backstory. Did I only sell to the one side? I forget.
What did you
now.
do?
I think I did I did the one side, and the other guy was trying to blackmail me to say I don't remember, but I think it was just Union.
You're breaking up.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, I'm red. 1 second. I'm gonna try to increase internets. But well,
You should know your own
judging by
backstory.
judging by your question and your purchases, I might have another question for you that I won't judge you for. Are you thinking about oh, sorry. Did you help out the Greys?
Maybe.
Again, no judgment.
But
What
you
you
didn't
do
answer me my question.
is you. I did not fight in the war.
Which
I
side did you support?
I supported the side giving me money for my guns.
Oh. Mm.
The world runs on the color green, not blue, not gray. Well,
He's not
shit,
laughing.
money's not
He's
green
just
yet, is it?
he's not laughing. He's looking at you. Yeah, I think it was still green at this time.
Okay.
Notes are. Most people use coins right now
Yeah,
because
notes.
Actually, I think I looked up kind of the currency. I think they were even called greenbacks at this point in time.
Okay, sweet.
wouldn't surprise me.
Perfect.
I like that quote though. The color,
Oh, thank you.
not blue, not gray, green.
But
Well, Mr.
again,
Hazard, then maybe we could do some business.
that would be most excellent. Now,
How many sticks do you think it'll take to blow a hole in a jail?
demolition check.
Yeah, you can make a demolition. Actually, you don't know exactly. You could figure it out if you were, if you examine the wall, that kind of thing. The only problem with that is, the only problem with that is it going to kill the people on the inside? So this Fontaine, your guess from that statement is he does not know demolitions. Let me double check. Yeah, you have to add that
Oh,
to the.
hell yeah.
You have to add that, don't you? That's when you have to actually add. It's not
Yeah,
on the
what do you
sheet.
mean?
You have to add that to your character sheet.
I had to
Yeah.
add it.
Yeah, he doesn't have demolitions. From that question alone, you realize he does not know shit about demolitions. And if he's thinking about breaking people out of jail with dynamite, he's probably going to kill everybody. Maybe even himself. So, yeah. Anyway, but did you make the roll?
Yes, I did. I made a hard, too. A 12 out of 50.
So, yeah, it's probably a bad idea to try to break people out of prison with explosives if you want them to be... You kill them in prison with explosives would be very, very easy.
Yes.
Breaking them out of prison, or not prison, out of a jail, especially a small jail, with explosives would be... Unless you set the explosives on the Indian side of the jail and it blows up and kills all of them.
They wanted them alive.
They did want them alive, but, just saying.
Maybe one will survive.
However you want to look at it.
I know, yeah. No, God, it's
they also
so
only
difficult.
wanted their heads.
Oh, they did want their heads. That's right. You do remember that. They wanted their heads.
I do remember that.
They want the heads.
But,
anyway, that's what he says. He said, how much dynamite would it take to blow people out of jail? And that's when we fell into this hole. Yeah. Oh.
Well, unfortunately, Fontaine, if you want the occupants to remain living, you would have to have a very precise amount. Or, if you want to try to blow up just the engine side, and it'll damage the interior infrastructure enough for them to escape, the engines might not survive, but a more sneaky approach from the front might be preferred if you want them all to remain intact.
A sneaky approach from the front? I don't follow.
Sneaking in at night, taking keys, unlocking doors. Are you a sleuthy fellow, Fontaine?
I don't know nothing about no locks.
You don't have to if you have the keys.
Where's a fella supposed to get keys?
I would assume they store them. I doubt the marshal takes them home with him. And more than likely, there's only one person to watch the prisoners at night. But you're in luck, Fontaine. There's some people trying to do the same thing you are.
Who's that?
Well, first off, I need the engines. And I need Kildare out of there.
Who's Kildare?
He was working with your grey friends, and he bit my man's arm out of shape. He said he can fix it as long as I get him out of it. So I can definitely assist in some ways. But Owlicious, as much as that man upsets me, is on the same mission and has seemingly kidnapped the circuit judge. So, if you meet up, we're actually trying to meet up with them as well. If you would like to join us. He has 2 other men with him, at least, and as much as it pains me to, we might be able to strike a deal with him for us to break out your friends.
He's putting the towels back. He starts putting the dynamite back. All right, let's find him.
We're heading to the stables now.
I'll meet you there. Tex! You were waiting out front, weren't you? Out in front of the general store for him to come out?
It's been taking a while.
Tex! You hear a voice. It's a woman's voice.
I looked it away.
It's Maggie Connor.
Okay.
She says, "Hi, Tex.
I ma'am.
What have you found, ma'am?"
Oh, miss.
Tex, you know me. No need to get highfalutin. You've been hanging around Hazard too much, haven't you?
Well,
He's having a bad influence on you. I knew he would.
if getting paid is a bad influence, then I guess he's a bad influence.
Getting paid by certain people can make a bad influence. Have you found anything out
I've
about
made
that
more money
Shankshaft fella yet?
Here in a week than I ever have.
Well, you'll sell your soul. Have you found anything about that Shankshaft fella? I know he's up to something. It's been weeks since I told you. You just look at her
I haven't been
blankly.
able to get a hold of him. I don't know.
Get a hold of him. Find some incriminating evidence in his house or something.
Now, I can't just go and break into someone's house, can I?
If he's a criminal, you can. Can't you?
First, I don't know the first way of how to do something like that.
People don't get rights.
You kick his back door in when nobody's looking. Sneak in a window. I tell you, there's something about him. Something about him. I thought you were going to help me, Tex. I'm disappointed. She just
Sorry, I'm
shakes.
trying to look at my notes, what all I agreed to from her.
No, she. Okay, so it's been a while, actually. It's been before you guys went on the schooner down and found.
Yeah, she just said that something fishy happened with him.
He brought a crate in. She had to bring some cargo in, and it seemed suspicious.
Okay, yeah.
And that's why she wanted you to look into it and find out what you could. That's all. That's pretty much all she told you. And then she's checked in on it like once before, I think, and now she's checking obviously again to see if
Gotcha.
you've found anything about that crate.
No, I'm not very good at sneaking into people's houses.
Well,
I
that's
trip
why
over
it's,
my own 2 feet half the time.
that's why it's called breaking. Why don't you get Hazard to help you? He doesn't seem to think anybody else's property is anything but his own. I'm sure he'd be happy to walk in that place and like he owned it. Or maybe he could buy it.
It's mine now.
Well, I was hoping you'd help, Tex.
I'll try to be more diligent in looking into it.
Thank you. I'll see you tonight at the saloon. I gotta head out in a couple days again. I'll be gone for a couple weeks.
Oh, where are you heading off to?
Back to Seattle. I actually have cargo this time.
Say what's in Seattle?
Yeah, where I get my cargo.
Okay.
Usually. I've also got to take some stuff up to Canada. And bring some back. And I'm hoping, and I'm actually going down to Olympia for the town to see if we got any return information on that Confederate ship. Because we haven't heard anything yet. And Mortimer Jeffrey is anxious to get that thing out of here. Oh well.
I just nodded. I don't know.
Bye, and she's gone. She walks away.
Okay.
Yeah, and shortly after that, Hazard comes out of the general store.
Okay. Get what you were looking for?
I sure did. Let's head to the stables.
Yeah, you guys go to the stables. You can rent some horses if you want. Fontaine shows up. Say what? 3?
I said 3, please.
Oh yeah, you can rent 3 horses. Start saddling them up. Fontaine shows up. He is armed. He's got a 52 Sharps rifle.
The big 50.
No, he's got a 52, not the big 50.
52?
Yeah, 52 caliber Sharps rifle. That's a pretty standard rifle. It's a single
Gotcha.
shot. Um, he gets a sheath for it that go to connect to his saddle, and he puts on there. He kind of nods at Tex without a word. Nods at you, Hazard. Mounts up. He obviously knows how to ride.
Nice.
How
So-
are my mules today? Are they still pretty tired?
Yeah, they're still a little tired. Um, they're glad to see you. You know, they're your mules.
Right. I'm just. My guys.
They rub
No,
against your legs, lick your face.
No, they don't do that.
Giant dogs.
Yeah.
We could take my wagon if y'all want to. We don't need to rent any horses.
Money's just an object. Yes. Plus, the wagon will slow us down.
You expect they're going to be on a road?
Oh, this is a good sturdy wagon. It can handle any kind of terrain.
What about dense forest and swamps?
Yes. All right. If I grab my messenger gun,
Yeah, okay.
I got my pistol on me, and I think I'm going to grab one of my carbines then too.
Okay.
Can I keep that on the
You can
can I
get
keep that on a horse somewhere?
yeah, you can get a sheath. It's basically it's a long leather, it's just a long leather tube that's closed at one end that's got straps to hook it to the saddles, and they're
Okay.
built for holding guns, for rifles, for long guns.
Grab some extra ammunition too.
You're probably gonna want a couple. You probably want one for the messenger gun as well,
Yeah.
so you don't have to ride one-handed all the time and just carry it.
Well. Yeah.
Yeah. So
All right.
where are we even going? Oh, while you're getting your guns all around, Fontaine turns to you, Hazard, and he, are you sure about this one? He doesn't seem like he's all there.
He's fine. Don't worry about him.
Wanting to bring a wagon into the wilderness?
He loves that wagon.
I guess he does. All right, Tex is all mounted up and ready to go. Tex, do you have any points in ride?
Nope.
Okay. Tex clumsily climbs up, but very carefully, we'll say, climbs up onto the saddle, you notice, and situates himself in place. You got a base of 15. That's not bad.
Yeah.
It's better than you speak French, so hey. Um,
Got him.
that's not saying much.
What? You didn't see my 50 and speak French?
Do you have 50 and speak French? Hazard would have loved to have known that before.
No.
Well, it's more reading and writing.
What? Where are we even going, Hazard?
We're heading north, past the Pickersgill and Baldwin property.
Why?
That's where the circuit judge horse was found. So we got to start our search there.
You think they'll just be hanging around where they snatched him?
Oh, no. I figure they'll be in the woods, maybe a few miles.
All right.
It's a broad search, Fontaine.
You guys head out. You ride up the road
It was a
north.
direct search.
Tex, you're
It
getting kind of
buried.
pissed because you're riding on the road. Why couldn't you bring your wagon?
Right.
God damn it! Why?
But
I
then
can't
we go
ride no
off
damn
the road.
You're not really sure where the horse was found exactly, Hazard. Keep that in mind.
You are correct.
So, how do you want to go about trying to figure out?
So after I see
Who
the
might have taken-
signs stopping.
You're stopping between the signs.
Oh, no. After all of the
Oh
signs.
yeah. Okay, yeah. You go past that. Trying to gauge
After we
about a
don't
mile,
see signs,
a mile or so
yeah, for
past
a
there, or
while.
something. You're trying to okay.
Yeah, and then
hope
we
for the best. Then
cut off the road to Pickersgill side.
oh, Tex, he's going on Pickersgill property. Maybe.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to tell.
Maybe.
It's a mile or so, maybe 2 miles. It's hard to tell. I mean, you guys are just guesstimating up from where you passed the signs and the entrances to these two properties. And at one point, Hazard, like I said, a mile or two past the signs, just kind of turns left and starts riding into the woods. Um, Fontaine looks at you, Tex, like,
I would say I'm just following him. So
you just ride right after Hazard? Okay.
Yep.
Fontaine's behind. He goes, Hazard, are you sure about this? Are you sure about this? Ain't this them crazy people's house?
We should be far enough north past their property.
Should be.
A little bit of a stretch, yes, but
Let's give it some more space then, just to be on the safe side.
we could ride a little further north.
Okay, you guys turn around, leave the woods, and head north a little further. Okay, yeah. Half a mile. How far?
Hey, dude, just one more mile.
Oh yeah, your best guess about another mile, and then turn left into the woods at some just random spot, right?
Now we should be very much out of their property by now. Haven't seen a sign in 3 miles.
Have you seen any tracks?
Hex! You're a tracker, right?
No.
God dang.
You can't just start looking and expect to find something, Hazard. You know this, don't you? Did you inherit your money?
I worked for every penny.
Hold on one sec.
Or had others work.
Hold on. Oh, you got Christy? Yes, they're up here. We're just making sure the dogs are in. Okay.
How you have now? 3?
I find that hard to believe if you run your business like you're running this hunt.
I would have gotten an Indian to help us navigate, but that's one more person that knows of our dealings. So we kind of have to make do with what we have.
An extra
Yes.
person is not what I'm concerned about. It's picking a random place to decide you're going to start searching for a missing person.
Travel up the road and see if we can't spot any tracks and go from there.
Okay, yeah. You guys can make track checks if you want.
Hey, or can we just try to spot tracks? We're not trying to track the tracks yet.
I like that enthusiasm, Aaron. God, I wish it was that easy.
Hey,
I see what
you
you're trying to do.
You got a
Son of a
you got a 1 out of 10 chance to find him.
I got an 05.
What you find is a
That-
distinct lack of
fucking
tracks,
comes
Hazard.
Mm.
It's weird. There's places on the road that it looks like the tracks have been wiped clean. Expertly.
They know how to hide their tracks, it seems.
Yeah, to the point where
Of course, I can't see tracks.
check off. You made that successful. Put a track check. Put a check next track.
That's true, yeah. Might as well
um,
check it.
Do you tell anybody this? You're the only one who's noticed this.
Oh,
that-
yeah, no, yeah, I mentioned it. It's
Okay.
like,
All right.
I can't find anything. Of course, I'm not the best tracker, but if I had to guess, someone might be covering their tracks, which is, of course, a good idea, with them being fugitives and all.
Well, how are we gonna find this fella if they're covering their tracks to the point where we can't find their tracks?
That Fontaine is a good question.
He looks at you
If
like he
we
wants
do-
to punch you.
If we do,
Maybe we could.
I'm trying to make the best out of a situation.
Maybe
Now,
we can ask someone out of the Pickers Guild if they know of anyone camping out around their place.
oh, if they knew, they would kill them.
I'm not anxious to go on. Have you not been reading the paper?
Oh, I've dealt with them enough here recently. I don't really like that idea myself, but
It does seem like a bad one.
Tell you what, Fontaine. If you don't want to blindly search with us, you can just ride on back, turn your horse in. But I'll let you know when we do find them, and then we can get back with you.
He looks up.
Work on our jailbreak, as it were.
He looks up, and it starts raining.
That's might unfortunate.
That sounds like a good idea. And then he turns his horse and he rides back towards town.
Good. No, yeah. No. And that fits Fontaine, too.
Yeah, he doesn't like you much either. You keep taking Jack into danger. He doesn't care for that.
I like the added thing that he was on the grade team.
Well,
But
he's
yeah.
from Louisiana. He's got an
Yeah.
actual history, so.
God, and I hate this because now I got to help out the people that we want to kill or trap or, keep in jail. God, it's a big cluster right here.
Heck yeah! Now, solve it!
Right?
Go.
Aha, solved it. To break Graves' arm and set it.
Oh, God. His arm will never be the same if you just break it and reset it.
Oh, I know.
It's messed up so bad.
Oh, yeah.
Doctor, give me my sledgehammer. Just chop it off.
Let's get this other guy's arm and sew it on.
Well, if you do it wrong, he'll probably have to amputate it. That's how bad his arm is right now. I mean, if you break it wrong, it'll probably have
Just
to be amputated.
thinking about
Yeah,
the
it's
fucking
awful.
U shape that it's in,
awful.
basically.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Oh,
Good thing he's got all that laudanum. Prescription laudanum. Okay.
oh, yeah.
So do you have a plan for tracking, or is it just a random, let's just ride around in circles? Because you're probably not, you have like a 1% chance of finding anything.
Ugh, okay.
If you're just riding randomly around hoping to just stumble across
Well, no, I was
somebody.
thinking more of a grid-like pattern, but
It's a lot of land. There's a lot of wilderness
lot of
out
land.
here, and without some place to start, it'll take weeks, if not
And-
months.
and it's raining, so
Yeah, it just started raining a
I'm
little bit. I just checked the weather, so I rolled a
so
snowflake.
like at the light rain.
I rolled I rolled this snowflake, so it's a light rain.
Gotcha. I'd say we'd ride around for a couple hours and then give up.
Okay.
And I guess Aaron can roll for it since he's low luck,
Roll for what?
and I feel like it's a luck check type thing,
Yeah, well,
like
one.
a
He needs to know
extreme
one.
luck. Oh, it's an 01 check.
To like find something, one of you can make it. Only one of you can make it. To find something in the middle of
Aw.
nowhere with no leads and no clue where you're going is almost impossible.
And highly doubtful.
I will give you a chance of 1%.
Oh, 07. A 7 looks like a 1.
So close.
If you look at it just right.
It would have been a big miracle if you'd have found it. Found anything.
Damn,
or found
I'm-
what you were looking for.
Can I use that as a second track to see where tracks got wiped away?
No.
Damn.
No. Whoever wiped these tracks away were experts.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you a hard idea check if you want. But yeah, it's pretty. There's
hard
not many people out here. There's no farms or anything. The best you're gonna
13. Extreme.
Oh wow. You've heard Indians are really good at wiping away their tracks.
Goddamn mutated Indians.
I don't know. Um. Oh, give me that. Yeah, I'll give you this. You got an extreme. Um. You remember? Wow, I hired a guy to investigate up here.
Oh yeah,
He
Jim.
might know. He's a detective. He might know how to track people. Just a thought.
Wait a minute.
Now this is after this is after a few hours of searching
Oh yeah.
around.
Oh yeah.
I shouldn't have to give you these idea checks. You guys need to write some stuff down and remember.
No, I kind of forgot that Jim was an investigator
Mhm.
and might be good at these things,
Could be.
and I'm still paying him.
Well, his company's paying him. You're paying the company.
Yeah. Well, Tex, I feel like this is fruitless. We might want to hire an Indian or get Jim out here because this is part of his job as well, finding what I hired him to find, which is my guns.
Oh, well
And
said.
Owlicious would know.
Well, let's talk to this Jim then.
That didn't go through, Andy.
I was muted because I was eating. You
Real
head back to
quick.
town. Yeah.
Your mic, your thing still lights up even when you're muted.
Yeah, I
but
noticed
we
that.
just can't hear
Here, wait.
anything. It's so weird. Okay, no lights now.
Sometimes some noise gets through. I think because it's just a cheap headset.
Gotcha.
I don't know. You head back to town. You can put your horses in the stables. It's still raining lightly. It rains a lot here. Um, let's see. Oh, yeah. Shit. Everything could happen at once, couldn't it? Um, why not?
Oh boy.
Yeah, both of you can make a spot hidden on your
That would
way.
be great, though,
Where are you going?
Oh,
by
just
the way?
heading back to the stables
Oh.
and then heading
I mean,
to.
after the stables, what do you want? Where do you want to look for Jim Bat?
They said he lived at the dorm, right?
They haven't said where he is. Nobody has really
No,
said.
no, no. Before when he was staying in town.
He was staying at the hotel.
Oh, at the saloon. Okay, so check the saloon.
Yeah, he was staying at the saloon. Yeah.
And I got an extreme success on my spot.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, excellent.
Were we spotting again?
Yes, I gave you guys another spot hidden. Once you got back to town, especially if you go to the saloon. Tex, you notice several Indians wearing doeskin are at the saloon. They're not drinking; they are eating. You've never seen them around before. Appears to be there eating a meal. There's a half a dozen of them.
How would I miss that? Oh, I'm too focused.
Because
on
they're
that.
over in the corner, and you're like, "Gotta find Jim Bat. I'm going to the bar." You go to the bartender. You say, "We're looking for Jim Bat." Blah blah blah. He says, "Well, he's not staying here. I'm not sure where he is." No, wait. I heard he was at one of the boarding houses. They were going to let him stay there for a few weeks till he sent away. Well, he didn't send it until after the stage. He sent it in the last stage. He sent a letter to have some money sent to him. That's what I heard. The rumor mill in Saltmarsh is pretty good.
Nice. I gotta get the dog inside real quick.
Okay,
Oh, never mind.
but he's staying at one of the boarding houses. I think I'm pretty certain one of the boarding houses.
All right, thank you. I started
Anytime,
heading
Mr.
out.
Hazard. What you want some supper?
What time is it?
It's dinner time. You guys were out there all day looking. Remember?
He won't be going anywhere. Yes.
All right. You want the special?
Oh, what's the special?
Fish. Of course, the special's fish. It's Friday. Yeah, definitely they have fish on Friday.
It's Fish Friday.
They have fried fish on
Uh,
Fridays. There's not many Catholics
put
in
as
town,
many
but still.
F's in there as possible.
Yeah.
Um,
Friendly Friday fish. Fry. The Friday
yes.
fish fry. All right, yeah, he'll bring you some supper. What about you, Tex?
Yeah, I'll have some.
Yeah, you guys eat. It's good.
I'll point out the Indians in the corner to him then too.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you don't see that every day.
No, I wonder what they're doing in town.
I wonder if they're after those mutants.
So dramatic. Mutants.
Would even mutants be a word?
I don't know. You guys keep role playing. I'll look it up.
The deformed, I would say, or
Those
degenerate.
Quasimodo.
Oh, you're right. It's not used till 1900.
Oh, damn. Okay.
In the biological sense, individual or form which has arisen by or undergone genetic mutation. From the
They
Latin
might be after those
mutantem,
disfigured.
changing. Yeah, disfigured. Yeah, let's use disfigured.
I'll actually go and have a word with them. Would you like to join?
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
You guys just walk up to the table.
What you doing around here?
We don't like your kind around here.
Oh my god, I should do that as my next. No. God, I'd get kicked out of town so
A
fast.
redneck. Howdy.
Anyways,
They're eating. They're eating fish. Not much. They're mostly eating the sides, it looks like.
sorry to intrude on your meal.
They all stop eating and they all turn and look at you like a bug.
Good. Now, how many are they? All guys or
Yeah, 6 men.
Six men. Okay.
Yeah, they're fairly young, nondescript looking, long hair. Obviously, they have no facial hair. They're just in simple doe skin and moccasin. You can make a spot hidden.
Both of us.
Yeah, you can both make it.
Damn it!
Hazard doesn't notice. He's too focused
My
on
eyeballs aren't working.
all these people are just staring at you, Hazard. It's actually a little intimidating because you're used to people.
I failed.
Okay,
Good. It's just all.
they all just look at you. They don't say a word.
You wouldn't be looking to find those deformed Indians, would you?
They start talking amongst themselves in their own language. And then they say something to you you don't understand. You're not sure they speak English.
The tribe that should not be named.
Again, they talk amongst themselves, then talk to you, but they're it's not English.
I'm gonna go find Ed.
Oh yeah, you can go look for Ed. Make a luck check.
Okay. Get away from me, Tex.
If you make a luck check, boom, he's probably right there in the schooner. He's walking in the door, maybe.
62.
Is that a success? Yeah.
Yes, out of 65.
Ed's just walking in the door.
Ed, if I could borrow you
rolled
for a minute.
95.
Raise
Oh,
my hand to wave him over.
no, you're going to have to go to him. He's not heading that direction. These Indians are all like in a corner in the back of the room, like out of the way. You know what I mean?
Oh, got you.
They're not like in the middle of the room or where they're real visible. They're back in a darkened, it's not really a darkened corner.
And it's kind of loud in here, so I can't.
Yeah, there's some talking. It's a
Gotcha.
Friday. Well, it's a Friday night. It's not a, but there's quite a few other people in there. A couple of people playing cards. There's a couple guys at one table throwing dice. There's some smaller tables. There's some people courting probably or something. You know, it's there's plenty of extra seats. There's plenty of space at the bar. It's moderately full.
Cool.
But Ed was heading over to the bar.
Going to grab him.
Okay. Yeah, he's ordering sarsaparilla. No, he wants a glass of milk, and he's having the fish, and he looks really happy. I like the fish on. I like it. And then
Well,
bartender
how
heads
you
for the back.
doing, Ed?
Oops, sorry. Oh, Mr. Hazard, how have you been?
I've been better,
Nice suit.
thank you. Uh,
Why?
I'm gonna buy you a meal tonight.
Why you got a gun?
Oh, I was just coming back in from riding out. I haven't
Oh.
had time to put it away yet.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it's a nice one. Looks nice. It's got all that filigree on it and that gold.
Why, thank you. Yes, it's the hazmat from Hazard On. But if I could borrow you for a minute
Oh,
to
well.
use your linguistic skills,
Oh, all right.
I've run into a barrier with these fine gentlemen in the corner.
Oh, I gotta go, Mr. Hazard. I better be going. I've
Ed,
gotta go
please,
right now. I
before you
think.
leave-
No,
before you
there's the kitchen's on fire. I gotta go. And he turns in and he heads out the door at speed, like walking very quickly.
Wait, I'm trying to stay with Ed.
Yeah, you
Just be
can go after him.
Ed, at least tell me what kind of Indians that you're scared of, please.
No,
I'd
nope.
like some information.
There, you just stay away from him.
Are they as bad as those other Indians?
No, they're just don't. I can't. Don't. There's no. Nope. Just stay away. They're here for business. It's not good business. You need to not.
Is it a different
Just stay away from
private
them.
lease?
What? No. I don't want to get them in trouble, but they're going to be causing some. Those are Quaalude, but you need to stay away from them, Mr. Hazard. They're dangerous. Those are some of the men that are sent to deal with things that need dealt with. So I'd suggest that. Have you talked to him? Don't talk to him. Leave him alone. Just leave him alone.
Trying to talk to them.
No. Just leave him alone. You won't like what they had to say.
All right, now, real quick. So, Quaalude, that's part of your tribe, right?
Yeah, we're Quaalude, a Raven clan.
Okay. And y'all would not work with a random man by the name of Owlicious, would you?
What? What?
Man,
I don't follow, Mr. Hazard. What are you talking about?
It looks like possible Indians are working with a man I'm trying to track. It used to be those other malformed men.
No,
But-
shh. Don't talk about
Can't
him.
even allude.
Don't.
Can I point,
Where are you pointing?
like, just in the general direction of the
Jail? He's like,
Yeah.
you can't. They'll know. They know. I can't talk. You see what a circle it weaves? You start not talking, you can't
Yes,
talk.
yes.
But if you talk, you
So
think
we
about
won't
talking.
talk.
And then if you think about talking, then you're thinking about them. And then they know. And then they're ready for
So
you.
you're
No, but we're
people,
talking
though.
about them.
No, not them. You.
What? You've totally lost him, it looks like. He's confused.
Yeah. So, but they have no jobs with the good people of Saltwater, right? Saltmarsh.
Who? What?
Your friends in the bar.
No, you don't. They're not my friends. They're not from where I live. They take care of things that need taking care of.
Such as.
Well, things that need taken care of for the elders. Sometimes
For
there's
the
things
love
that
of
need
God,
taken care of, and they take care of them.
and I can think of one of their jobs and why they would be here.
Then you need to
And
stay
how-
away from them because if they're here, it's not good. I'm going home.
You have a nice night, Ed.
Thank you, Mr. Hazard. You stay away from them. They're dangerous. They're really, really dangerous. And he turns and you guys are on the front porch having this conversation. He keeps going, Tex, are you just standing there by this table the whole time while Hazard...
I'm just sitting at the table eating fish, pretty much. Probably keeping an eye on him.
Oh, so you left when Hazard left.
Oh, he went back to the other table.
No, I mean, I figured. Okay, yeah, I went back to our table.
Okay.
Once we sounded like we couldn't talk to him.
You two approached, and all of a sudden Hazard's like, "Oh, there's Ed," and he takes off. And then you just kind of
Okay.
left at the same time. Then
Yeah.
maybe gave them one more look, and then just walked away. Like,
Yeah. I don't know what that was about, but yeah.
yeah, great.
Or maybe I gave him a look and shrugged my shoulders and put my hands up in the air and just
Okay.
walked back to my table. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you're eating when Hazard comes back in. Hazard. And you were kind of keeping an eye on them, right?
Yeah. I'd kind of maybe watch him a little bit.
Like a minute after they got up from the table, they have some kind of packages or bags of some kind, like satchels. They speak amongst themselves for a moment, and then they head down one of the corridors that leads to the rooms on the ground floor. On the if you're facing on the left side of the saloon.
Wait, still at the saloon, right?
They went down a corridor that leads to bedrooms. See what you got to your saloon room, and then behind that is kitchens and some parlors and private rooms. But then there's a big stairway on either side. Underneath in the back, there are two hallways with rooms. The stairways go up to like identical hallways with rooms on the second floor. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
there's like two wings off the main building.
Okay.
And they went down the one that was on. If you were walking in the saloon, they were on the left, back in the corner. They went down one of those corridors, that corridor on the left side.
Okay.
So yeah, and Hazard comes back.
All right.
I walk in, I look at Tex, I look at Indians, I look at
They're
the barman,
gone. The
I
Indians
head to the bar.
The Indians are gone.
Oh, they're all gone.
When you
Okay.
get back,
I
there's
go,
nobody sitting at
"What
that
the
table.
hell,
There's plates.
Tex, going over here."
All right, yeah, you go to the bar.
Oh, shit, I forgot his name.
One
So
blank is
Hazard
there.
forgot his name.
Yeah, the bartender comes
Hazard
up.
doesn't know his name.
Hazard doesn't remember anybody's name. He didn't care.
How? Pray tell. I look really frustrated.
Who are you looking at? Are you talking to the bartender?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
But I'm speaking slower to like seem more calm than I am.
Which makes you seem even less calm. Go ahead.
Yes. So how, pray tell, did the Indians order their eggs?
What Indians?
The Indians that were sitting over there in the corner.
Oh, I asked if they wanted the fish. They kind of nodded, so I got them fish.
Did they pay you before they left?
Yeah, they paid some money when they got the food. I poured a beer and they didn't want any, so I got them some water from the barrel.
Impressive salesman, good at charades.
Well, you gotta be. All kinds of folks come in here.
You're
Why?
good people.
There's some prospectors don't even speak English. Some of them speak Russian. Believe it or not.
Not a lot of people for them to talk to, then, I guess.
Oh.
Well, now that I turn around and
Yeah, okay. You go to the table.
I'm going to strangle some. I don't know who yet.
What seems to be the problem?
Everything. I cannot get a straight answer out of anybody.
You got a straight answer from that deputy.
Well, that's true, yes. But so long ago that
This morning.
think I'm going to call it a night and then wake up refreshed and we can
Did you find out what
Jim.
Did you find out what those Indians were up to from Ed?
I found out nothing. That they're dangerous and shouldn't be messed with. I bet you they're hunting after those people we caught, but
Well,
I'm just too tired to deal with it.
if they're in town, then maybe they're gonna do something tonight. Maybe we
could
could.
be right. We could capitalize upon it.
Maybe we could stake the place out and see what goes down.
I love how cool-headed you are, Tex.
His beer is empty, you notice that. So he's obviously had one. His glass is empty.
You want some whiskey? I'm gonna get us some whiskey.
You get some whiskey. You can get a bottle.
Yeah. Yeah,
bring
I
back a
get us
couple
bottle
glasses,
and
yeah.
a couple of cups.
It's just cheap whiskey. I mean, it's, yeah.
No, it's top shelf whiskey. What are
Oh, yeah,
talking
you can
about?
buy top shelf. They don't have a whole lot of that, though.
Oh yeah,
You see one on the toppest shelf. He won't sell it to you.
the top. What?
The highest shelf. He won't. He pulls from the second highest shelf and hands you one of the. There's not a whole lot of bottles up there, but there's a single bottle on the topmost shelf.
Saving that for a special occasion.
Oh, I am. And he
I
gives you your
respect
bottle and he gives you your tumblers.
And I slide him some extra money.
Okay, yeah.
Give him, like how I'm rich, I don't know. I'll slide him
$200.
$5.
What happened with that bankroll that the town gave us? They
It's
just
in his
put the
pocket.
money-
I think it's in Hazard's pocket. Hazard, did you pick it up?
I would have split it with Tex right there.
Well, no, you didn't. You never said that. Somebody
Okay.
picked it up and put it away. It was a big wad of money. It
That's
happened
right.
this morning. Tex is now asking about it. Hazard, you just took it and put it away for now. Is that what we're saying? When it happened, you just
Yes.
took the
Yes.
money off the
We'll
table,
say that I just grabbed it straight,
tucked it away
out.
for the time being. But now Tex is now asking about it.
Oh, my apologies, Tex. Got caught up in the moment. Here is
Yeah.
your cut,
There's $500 there.
and here,
It's like $10
Oh, yeah.
bills.
yeah.
So you
So
can
I give
split it
him
pretty easily.
what is it? What was it? There's three of us, so yeah.
Unless
I
you want
give
to
him the
include,
correct amount.
unless you include Jack Justice. He did help with
Yeah,
the.
he wasn't there.
He was there for the haunted house, though. Keep that in mind.
Oh, was that for all the smuggling stuff?
He never specified,
Okay. In that case,
but Jack
Instead of
has
$200.
helped you. So
You
Yeah.
did say for shutting down the smuggling operation.
Yep.
So if you think Jack Justice helped with shutting down, had any part in shutting down the
he was
smuggling
very
operation, yeah. So there you go. Tex would take $100 of it or whatever for right now.
if you're saving 100 for Star,
Yeah, here's a
there's
150.
there's 5 of you if you want to save 100 for Star. You know what I mean?
That's kind of what I'm hinting
Star
at.
was
in
in
a
the
way.
haunted house as well. He was the one who actually said, "Let's hire the Baldries." So if you want to
he was
split
the
it,
Baldry hire guy. I thought I was.
that was his idea,
Yeah.
though. It was his
Yeah,
idea
no,
to get the
yeah.
Baldries. So if you want to save
and
him
I
a
pulled out
fifth,
the money first.
I mean, if
That's right.
it's if you could split it 5 ways: Hutton, Star,
Here's
Hazard,
$100.
Tex, and Jack is the easiest way to split it. But you can split
Yep.
it any way you want. I'm just letting you know.
No, so yeah, here's $100.
All right.
And a glass
You
of whiskey.
see Tex's eyes light up a little bit at getting $100.
Yeah, and he pours you a glass of whiskey. It's good whiskey, Tex, by the way. This is
So
maybe the
good.
best whiskey you've ever had.
It probably is.
Whiskey bottle, $1.25. This one was $3.
And I gave him a 5.
Yeah, you gave it 5, so you're fine.
Nice.
That's average whiskey. It'll be about $1.25.
Did,
I
did
knew it
he
was in there.
seem appreciative?
Yeah. Oh, the guy. Yeah, he was like, "Well, thank you, Mr. Hazard." Seemed
Nice.
appreciative. The most appreciative anybody has been all day, especially after dealing with people like Fontaine, Panic Ed, a bunch of natives who don't speak your language, and all the people. No, this was
That horse.
yesterday was where you were trying to get the horse. Yesterday was when you were trying to find Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Hazard just hasn't had a lot of luck lately. Everything seems to be going away. Anyway, so there's $100, Tex. Put it on your character sheets. Hazard,
Yes, I am.
note you have $400 somewhere, and note who it's supposed to go to. You know what I mean? Like, write yourself a note. Otherwise, if you forget, That money just ends. Where did this money come from? I don't remember earning this. And Fontaine, what a dick. Guy's a jerk.
I can understand. It was a half-baked plan.
That it was.
Even before all that, though, too. But
Say what?
Yeah, that's true.
even
He's
before
right.
all that, you still looked at him like he was. Yeah.
So you've had a good meal, you've had a couple beers, and are now sipping on good whiskey. What's the plan? What do you want to do? Anything tonight?
Yeah, no, we're probably gonna end up doing what Tex was saying, scoping out the marshal.
Okay, so go and watch the marshal's office.
Yep.
I think you've got a map of the town.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so we
So-
can tell you where we're gonna be.
Yeah, I mean, where you guys tell me, you know,
You have
how
so
you want to
many
watch the
plans.
marshal's office. Where do you want to be at? He
I
is
think
number.
someone should watch the front and someone should watch the back if that's possible.
He's number
Was it
33.
33 or 20?
Correct.
Okay,
It's
perfect.
33. The building directly behind the marshal's office, I have not figured out what that is yet exactly. But it's obviously a big building, probably 2 stories tall. The bank next door, the marshal's office is 1 story tall. The bank next door, that's also stone, at 17, I'm going to say is 1 story tall. It's
What
that
is-
big metal building. Yeah.
What's in between 18 and 19? What are those? The
18.
one closest to the road is the one I'm interested in.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know yet. It's probably a business, possibly with a home upstairs. You know what I mean? Like they
Okay.
own the building. Downstairs is a business. Upstairs is an apartment of some kind. That's going to be my guess. That's probably a 2-story. 18 is a massive building. And then right next door to the Marshall's building is probably also a 2-story building that's probably going to be double as a business and a home.
Gotcha.
And 20 is Trudy's, right?
Yes, 20 is Trudy's boarding house / school. It's a little ways away, James. That's a 3-story house with big wings. I mean, it's a big building. There are definitely lights burning there.
And directly beside 33 is maybe a home or another business.
It's probably another business / home for now.
Gotcha.
There are
Okay.
people. We'll say that if it's not a business, it's either a house or it's a business with an apartment upstairs where somebody's living.
All right. All right.
I mean, there's
Tex.
plenty of shadows out here, though. It is
Pull out.
drizzling. It's drizzling rain. Remember, so it's cloudy. What is today? Today's April 20th, which that's the wrong place. So April 20th, there is the 20th is a half moon, but you can't really see much of it because of the cloud cover and the drizzle. Yeah. There are not really any street lights in Saltmarsh. It's pretty dark at night, except for ambient light coming out of people's windows and a few lights that are possible. There's probably not lights on anybody's porches, except for the saloon. There's big windows in the saloon, so a lot of light comes out. But down on this street, it's pretty dark. The fishery's closed up at night, it looks like. And that's where they bring in the catch, and the fish are gutted and filleted, or at least scaled, or at least packed away in ice to be shipped. For the most part. 35. What is 35? 35 is the barbershop.
It is the barber, yeah.
That is just a 1-story building. It's dark by this time at night. After dinner time. 17's
So,
the
Tex,
bank.
where do you want
Bank is
this
shut down
to-
as well.
Should we be together, or did you want to be one place and I be the other, but we could still see each other, or can't see each other, but we have the whole building covered?
I would rather we be able to see one another in case we are able to spot something, but I don't know. That may leave one side of the building covered. But if we can cover 3 sides of the building, I think that gives us a better chance at spotting something.
Yes. And you said 17 was the bank, correct?
Yeah.
So,
That's closed up at night.
So I'm voting we leave basically somebody's at the corner of that box building at the top, and then the other person's kind of on the other building. That's
across the road, maybe.
not across the road. The one to the right of 33.
That
the unlit
L-shaped one.
Yeah, that way they can see the front and
To
that
the
side
east.
well, and the other one can see
Which corner of the box
all of the
building?
back.
Which corner of the box building, or where
I'd
where
say-
around the box building?
The right corner of the box, the lower right of the box.
So southeast corner.
Yes,
Okay.
and then
There's
and then
also
the other
some-
position.
Those little tiny buildings are probably outhouses.
Okay,
So keep that in mind.
stake out in the outhouse.
You could if you want. So one person's by the L-shaped building, hiding in the shadows as best they can. The other one's by the box-shaped building. Same deal. Trying to hide out and just kind of watching. Do you have weapons? You have a pistol right now, is all,
Pistol,
isn't it?
yeah.
Okay.
I have my pistol and the signal. Got to keep that signal.
Oh, your signal. God damn. Okay. And Aaron, did you
I almost always have
tuck
that.
your messenger gun and the rifle back into the wagon where they were hidden away? Or did they come
Yeah.
with... Okay.
Yeah.
So you just have a pistol. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And brass knuckles.
Yeah. Yeah. That's easy. That's
The
pocket.
ducks.
Yeah, that's a good pocket change. Okay, you can each make me a stealth check if you want to try to really hide. Aaron's just laughing. Nobody found Jim Bat yet. Too much shit happening at once. I mean,
Oh, all
There
right.
really is so much.
there is. You guys have left a lot of stuff hanging for a while. It's all happening at the same time.
15 out of what is
20?
base? Oh, 20. Nice.
15 success. Wow.
I didn't think that was
Who's
that
where?
possible.
How'd you do, Aaron?
52 out of 20.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
Who's where? Which so we got one at the
I was
southeast
thinking
corner.
I would be the square.
So
building.
you're at the southeast corner of the building behind the marshal's office.
Yes.
And then Tex
Unless Tex really wants it.
is on which side of the L-shaped building? On like the street side of the L-shaped building?
That's what I would have voted, but that's up
yeah.
to him.
So you can see
Yeah,
around the
I
front of
mean-
the building. The only part of the building you can't see is that far wall to the west.
Yes.
Between
Right.
the bank and the... Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So Aaron, you find some bushes to try to hide in. It's not a good hiding place. You don't know that, but it's... Yeah, you're hidden. You're good. You're great. Hazard, you disappear into the
My
shadows
guy's-
like a fucking ninja.
Say, my guy's pretty big, too.
Yeah.
So,
Check off stealth, Hazard. Don't forget to put a
I'm
check.
wearing my black suit, that's why.
I guess. You're there in the drizzling, miserable rain. How long do you want to keep a lookout on this place? Do you want to go till midnight, or do you want to go till 2 a.m., or do you give up after 10 minutes because the weather's so bad? Or
Probably
I mean,
wait
Tex would
till
be willing to stay out there till midnight. I'm sure right now. and
definitely
see-
at least midnight.
okay,
I guess, yeah. Would it be like 9 o'clock or something right now?
it was probably 7 or 8 o'clock when you made this decision. You know what I mean?
Okay. I mean, if it's dark or I guess I'm saying like when does it start getting dark?
Oh yeah, it's been dark for a while.
Okay.
Remember, this is in April, so it gets dark a little earlier.
But I mean, yeah. I mean, we'll stay out till midnight for.
Okay.
Like I said, Tex will be willing to stay out till midnight.
You were both decided that. So basically, it's like before either one of you is like gives up your position and goes over the other, says, "I'm done," or "Are we done?" or whatever. It's only a couple of hours. Spot hiddens. Hazard. You don't need to make one. I need one from Tex.
Oh gosh, I rolled a 99.
Is that
You
a
see
crit
some-
fail?
It's a 58 is my spot hidden.
That's not a crit fail. That's just a fail.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm not gonna mess with you. A 99. See, this is where I would give you a coin and make it a crit fail and send you away. You'd be like, "Oh, I see that dog over there. He's looking at me. He's after me."
It's the dog.
So you don't see shit basically. But Hazard, Where you're hiding, at the edge of that building, there's a very deep shadow that you're hiding in. There. It looks like there's a bad spot where whoever designed the building made a mistake. So there's like a little tiny area you could just kind of back into, and the building looks like it should go like this, but it actually goes like this. You know what I mean? Like somebody screwed up, and there's almost like a perfect hiding place there. And you see these Indians come walking. Now they're coming from behind that building, like to the east of that building, like they were creeping around it. There's a half dozen of them. They have something in their hands. It looks like large things, bigger than this, but they're holding them like this. They're bigger than this, though. It's hard to tell what.
Charges.
Well, it's hard to tell. It looks like whatever they are wrapped in some kind of wrapped in a burlap, little burlap sack. So it looks like they're.
My character just assumes it's a bomb of some kind.
A bomb, okay. They're looking around carefully. Aaron, you didn't roll a 9? You rolled 99 on your spot hidden, not your stealth, right, Aaron?
Correct.
Okay. One of them stops the other one, Hazard, and points directly at where you remember where you could see Tex down in the bushes. But Tex is like, for some reason, Tex is looking up the street, the opposite direction of the marshal's office. Okay?
They're going to come from the...
He's looking at something. You don't know what he's looking at. Tex, you're 99. You were looking that way because you were pretty certain something was down there. Like you weren't sure what.
I heard something.
Yeah, you heard something. Some kind of rattling noise. The other one just nods and does this, still holding this thing in his hand. He goes like this, and they creep over. They creep more quickly. They get behind the building so they're out of sight of where Tex is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they kind of assemble behind the building. There's a tiny bit of light coming out of the jail cells in the back. It's probably like there's probably some kind of a light outside of the cells. You know what I mean? You walk into that back room, there's a space, and then there's the cells. It's probably in that space somewhere where the prisoners can't reach it. You know does that make sense? And when you guys passed the marshal's office, there was a light on there. Obviously, somebody was in there keeping watch.
Yep.
So, as you're watching, Hazard, you tell me when to stop or when you do something, okay?
Oh, okay, yeah.
They're all assembled. They're kind of in a circle. And then you see a little flash of light. It's very small, like a match. And then there's a little bit more light. And then more and more. But it's not a lot. It's like they've got some real small lanterns that they're lighting so they can see. Then let's see. They back up at an angle from the jail.
I'm not going to make the quiet happy if I stop them. So
you can do anything you want. I'm just letting you know, but I'm taking enough time so you can do something at any point during this. They back up in an angle so that Aaron can't see them. To the northeast, to the northwest. They get back about 15, 20 feet. And then there's another very, very quiet, muffled conversation coming from them. And then all of a sudden, like, all of them at once throw these, you're not sure what they are. It looks like burlap sacks with flames coming out the top. They shatter against the back of the jail and erupt in flames as if they were full of kerosene.
Does this make a noise?
Yes, make me a listen check. Give yourself a bonus die. And a spot hidden if you fail to listen. And a bonus die on that. Well, this is pretty obvious what's happening pretty soon. I'm going to give them two rolls. No, shit, I didn't roll for shit. Okay. Did you fail everything, Aaron?
Finally. Spot hidden with the bonus die.
Jesus, man.
Put a check by it if you haven't already. All right, so you didn't hear the tinkling of glass or the whoosh of flames. It is raining. Remember, it's drizzling rain. It's coming down lightly. You were concentrating on listening up the street. You do see like a flash of light, and when you turn,
Also, shadows are cast. Yeah.
you see the fucking back of the jail appears to be on fire, like violently on fire. Hazard, you didn't see any of these thrown bottles go into either of the windows, but it looked like they were all aiming at the one on the left, which you know has the natives that are messed up. Yeah, muties, whatever you want to call them. It's a lot of fire. It looks like they each probably had a bottle that was a fifth full of kerosene. There were 6 of them, so it's 12. It's 6 fifth. It's like a couple gallons of kerosene on the back of this stone building, at least. It's a lot of fire, and you see them turn and brake and just run away. They head around the opposite side of the building from where you are, the west side of that building, and they're just scooting.
Gotcha.
There is a massive fire. Tex, you see the fire now as well. There's a massive fire in the back of the jail.
Can I
start running.
Okay, hold on. Who's got the better decks? Hazard has the better deck. So hold that thought for just a moment, Aaron. Hazard, what are you doing?
I just immediately I see them run. I break out into a run to the front of the sheriff.
Okay.
The marshal's office.
You see this. You see Hazard come out of nowhere, Tex. You're looking at this massive amount of flames and fire, and you see Hazard running kind of your direction, but more like he's gonna more towards the he runs. He's obviously running to the front of the marshal's office. What do you want to do?
I want to follow him then.
Okay. Yeah. Hazard, you run to the front door. It's locked. I mean, it's night. The places they're closed. You bang
Fire!
on it. You bang on it.
There's a fire.
Aaron, make me a luck
Did he
check.
just stop at the door and is shouting fire at the
He
door?
ran to the door. Oh, Hazard, make me a dex check. Your dex is like 100.
I tried to
or some
open
bullshit.
it.
Yeah, you ran like you were going to grab the handle, throw it
36.
open, and burst in. Instead, he ran to the door, and he kind of slams
Grabbed
against
and
it. Yeah, you didn't hurt yourself. It doesn't look really stupid.
Oh, yeah.
But you weren't expecting the door to be locked. And so it was a little... You hear...
Abrupt.
Yeah. Aaron, make me a luck check. We're going to use your luck. Your low luck.
Just by 10%.
It's a fail.
75 is a fail. Okay, yeah. But it's not a crit fail. Okay, or it's not a real high fail. Okay, yeah. And then you're banging on the door. Boom, 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 boom. Do you say anything as you just bang on the door?
No, and I said, there's a fire.
Okay, there's fire.
Arson.
Okay, somebody is moving around inside. The door is pulled open. It is the African American deputy. He looks surprised, and you see the door to the back is cracked, and it's like slowly creeping open. The door to the back room is like, let's find. There he is. There's the deputy. I think he's cool.
Yeah. Deputy Coito.
He says, "Oh my God!" He turns his back on you. He runs to the back.
Knock him out. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I was about to say. My name's Elif. I gotta knock this guy out. He did.
Oh my God, that was hilarious.
Anyway, I don't know about hilarious, but it happened. He runs to the back. What are y'all doing?
I'm going to the back with him.
Okay.
We need to get everybody out of here.
There is smoke starting to come out already from this area. I can't hear you at all, James.
Oh, sorry, I was getting my accent better.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying something in character.
He did say, we need to get everybody out of here immediately.
He runs to the back. You can hear the natives screaming back there. There's smoke coming in. The fire's licking in through the windows. There's a lot of heat. Everybody is trying to get away from this fire, which is apparently burning out of control. Um, Koito looks around, turns back, runs to the desk, opens up a drawer, pulls out the keys.
And I make note of which drawer
Sure.
this is.
Yeah, it's the upper right hand side drawer. It has the keys apparently, or at least they do when Koito is in charge. I don't know. Turns around, runs back to the cells, stops for a moment, turns to the both of you, and says, "You're deputized," and draws his gun, draws his
I never
pistol.
let this dog out.
Say what? Okay.
I draw mine as well.
Okay.
Me too.
Runs to
Later.
Okay, he's gonna run to the crap.
Where's the
he's
fire the worst?
he's gonna run to the white guy's cell, man.
Okay.
Everybody hates these Indians. They're so creepy, and they're big,
Smelly.
unblinky eyes, and they stink of fish, and just everybody's sick of them. So he's running to that cell, struggles to unlock it, says, "You boys try anything, I'll put a bullet through your head." And he unlocks it, and he pulls the cell door open. He says, "Get him out of here! Get him out of here!" To you two.
Go!
The Confederates rush out. These are pretty much all the men who were on the ship that you captured.
Yeah.
So there's quite a few of them. They were crammed into this tiny little cell. They rush out. As soon as they're completely out, he runs to the other cell and gets it unlocked as well.
Following the Confederates out.
And then he gestures for
Or
the
leading
Indians
them
to come out. Yeah, you can. Okay, you run out first then, Hazard. The Confederates run out after you.
And I follow them.
You follow them. Koito is gesturing for the Indians to get out. Is the last thing you saw, Tex.
Okay.
As the Confederates head out the front door, you can see that the roof of the jail is wood. You know, so that's a bad thing. What do you guys do? You rush out. Koito's several seconds behind you. He's got to unlock that second door and get the Indians out. So once you hit the street, what happens? Hazard, you're out the door first. What do you
I
do?
hit the pause button.
No. What do? You better think quick.
Yeah. So I go out, just motioning to get out of the building.
I thought you went
Out,
first.
in front of this.
Yeah. So you're in front of
Yeah.
the.
So
okay.
so I'm in front. I
Gotcha.
get out. Now I turn around and point them to go this way.
Which is which way?
Oh, sorry. Basically waiting in front of the bank.
So you point down to the bank. Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
This way, and then I go with the first 2-3 guys that go out.
Okay. So you're still leading them, kind of.
Yes.
What about Tex? You come up behind. You see that Hazard is leading them towards the bank building. It looks like away from the.
Kind of like in the middle of the road, just a good ways away from the building.
Okay. Tex, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna lag behind, I guess, the whole group right now. Not lag behind. I'm gonna stay behind. I want to keep everyone in front of me, I guess. Keep an eye on everyone.
The Confederates or even the Indians?
Well, no, just the Confederates.
Okay. So you're behind them.
I can't
You're in the
watch
back
the
of that
Indians
group.
right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get down to the bank. Kildare has managed to move himself close to you, Hazard,
Yes.
and he says, "So this is our chance."
Can you blind the deputy or something?
Oh God! Sell your soul, help the bad
it's
guys
for a
by
friend.
selling
It's
your
for a
soul.
friend.
You gotta sell your soul. Do. Ooh.
Fontaine just shows up and snipes the deputy.
You didn't tell Fontaine any of this shit. He's kind of been pissed off that you guys let him out in the wilderness. You rode around for a couple hours. You're like, we don't know what we're doing. And he's like, why am I here? I'm gonna go back and buy that damn dynamite.
That's true. I forgot about Fontaine though, but hell, that was my first time meeting him. So
We were drinking. We forgot about him.
Okay.
We
Let's see.
didn't really expect this. I expected something. Kind of wanted the Indians to just burn. That's fine. That's the quietly wanted that to happen. We could have just let that part happen.
You can just gun him down if they knock. If this guy works the deputy.
That's true. Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah.
I guess, do we have a
He
second?
says-
I might go over to Hazard.
He says it will be my
I guess
pleasure.
I don't know what I don't know
Is
if
what
I
he
know
says.
what Hazard's plan is with him or anything.
Okay.
And
Tech.
and then I
Aaron,
need you to head to the mansion.
Where
just
is
so-
it?
Where y'all switch out the loot.
Where is it, idiot? I'm on a ship.
Down the road.
So you
down
point
the road,
that
just-
direction. Okay, yeah, that's
just
back the
down
way.
this
That's
road is
back
the only
past.
house.
That's back past
Oh yeah.
the marshal's
So-
office.
but
All right.
I'm not trying to go in front of the bank. I'm trying to go kind of in between the two.
Yeah.
buildings, into the
Okay,
middle
yeah.
of the
So you're far enough away that if the place really catches fire, people aren't going to get killed. Yeah. Okay. Koito does come out behind the Indians. He's got his gun out, pointed at him. Kildare actually grabs Jordan and says, "Where is my book?" And
I'll
you
have
look
to find it.
at
Oh shit.
at the marshal's office, and then he. Let's see. No. He looks at Koito, and you see him kind of like move his hands. And they look like they go through each other, and he mutters some words. Somebody, one of y'all make a power check for Koito for me, please.
Oh no, I didn't mean to.
Oh,
I
no.
shouldn't have said blind him.
You
I
did
meant
say
to
blind
just
him.
Give him pain.
This'll blind him. It'll be.
Koito doesn't give a fuck, Andy.
What do you roll?
An 01.
He rolled an 01. Nothing happens. Oh wait, I might roll an 01. No, I didn't. So.
God damn it! Why couldn't I do that for the Finding Owlicious?
Yeah, I know. You wouldn't have
Damn.
found Aloysius.
And I didn't want to roll good for this guy.
Okay, let me mark off his
Cause him to
stuff.
fall down in pain like that other guy.
Well, you don't know what he's doing, so.
I have no idea what he's doing, but I do remember
All right, let's see.
Jack going down and the other
This-
guy going down.
Where's his magic points? They're here. He's like, he curses, and then he does it again. As Koito is approaching with the
Ooh.
natives.
Koito made an
Shit.
89 that time. Sorry,
That's a
Koito.
fail, and I made just a success within it. Well, I'm not gonna say.
With a 92. No.
Oh fuck. Oh wait, no wait. No, that's not him. Where's his hit points?
Damn.
This guy didn't get injured, did he?
No, this guy.
No, I didn't
don't
think
think
so.
anybody's been injured.
I think these hit points. That's for this guy. What is this? I can't read my notes. They're such a mess. Okay, so that becomes this, and that becomes this. All right, Koito suddenly screams. Oh, my guy's power didn't go up. All of a sudden, he drops to the ground. He drops his gun, drops to the ground. You see, when you all look that direction, there's a little light coming from the back of the marshal's office, enough to see that there's blood coming out of his eyes. Blisters have formed all over his face.
Oh, good. Temporary.
He's screaming in pain. Kildare's like, and then he just takes off running down the street. Yeah, that's not good for Koito.
I'm gonna wait.
Ooh, he made a
If
sanity
we can
check
wait.
though.
How close are the Indians to Koito?
Pretty close.
Like, in
I mean,
feet?
they're not like right next to him. They were walking down the street, heading towards your group. They got his like go, get get moving, get moving, get moving, and they're heading to where the rest of you are clustered. The other Confederates are kind of.
Check out Coito! Or what happened to the deputy?
You yell, "What happened to the deputy?"
Yeah.
Okay. Text you. Hazard yells that and points back, and you see Coito is on the ground, screaming.
Okay.
That happened on the boat, didn't it? On the ship. One of the men that was with you.
I only know her screaming, but I don't think I ever saw anyone get blisters or anything.
Okay, yeah,
so.
it's awful. It looks terrifying. Kildare's running.
At the Confederates.
You say what?
Nobody move.
They're looking at you. They're looking at Kildare.
Yes, they look really confused, don't they?
They are a little confused. A few of them are kind of trying to shamble, like move away
I'm
a
just
little.
shaking my head.
And actually, the officer comes up to you. He steps over straight up in your face, and he says, "You are a disgrace to Georgia," is what he says to you. And then he spits on the ground in front of you. Tex, you see one of them is running away, running up the street.
I guess, I don't know
if you would do what you would do.
Yeah.
What would Tex do?
So he ran, and then what happened is, though, Hazard turned to the others and said, "Nobody move." And Hazard is ignoring this guy who literally was right next to him and then started running away.
Okay.
I don't know what you want to think of it. I mean, this dude runs past you, pretty much,
Yeah.
Tex. Obviously this other guy's in on it, is what is going through his head. He's not close enough you could smack him, but he runs within 10 feet of you.
I'm going to start going to neighbors' buildings.
Oh, yeah.
Is there any resident buildings nearby or anything?
Yeah, the two buildings that are just to the west have lights on in them. Like I said, those are either houses or the businesses with apartments above. So there are lights lit in them.
I'm going to start going to doors and knocking on. I'm going to start, going to houses and knocking on doors and let them know that there's a fire nearby. I mean, this is a town. We got to worry about this fire.
How do you do this?
I'm knocking on their door, screaming fire.
Okay, yeah, okay. That's what I needed to know.
Wait,
fire!
While he leaves the group, what are the Indians doing?
You don't see them right now. Remember, they took off running.
The Indians did?
Oh, no. Oh, the mutant Indians?
Yes, the mutants.
They're still standing around. They're watching you. You have a gun in your hand. They've moved away from Coito. Something happened there. The man is just on the ground screaming. There's a gun on the ground next to him. I don't know. Do you have yours cocked?
I do. I've got mine ready to go.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so they're looking at you.
I'm aiming at the mutants.
They're looking at you. They're looking at the Confederates. They're looking at your gun. But right now they're just kind of staying where they are. Everybody looks really nervous, and then Tex runs down the street. He's banging on doors and screaming, "Fire! Fire!
Now it looks
fire!"
like there's one guy against how many?
Yeah, there's a lot of men here.
As the officer's right in front of my face,
yeah,
right?
He's in front of your face. Yeah.
I whisper to him, "You have to at least make it look well. You have to at least make it look good. But I'd rather stay alive. I do want to keep those Indians, though.
Give me a gun."
I'll need you to strike me first.
He seems to take relish in this. Boom! Yeah, so you're not going to resist. And to be quite honest, James, if I fail the roll,
yeah,
you can go down.
I can still lean into
yes.
it. Yeah.
You can just drop. Even if I fail the roll and you don't take any damage, it's still going to leave a bruise of some kind. Let me see if I actually have numbers for him. He has a cutlass, knife, 40%. Ooh, he got a hard success. Boom! Oh. He punches you in the face. I don't believe.
Oh.
Oh. I don't think he has a damage bonus, so he does a 1d3 with the punch. 1 point of damage, Hazard. Oop. boom. But I'm assuming that when he hits you, you just go down and just like
Yeah.
you're out, right? You're out.
Yeah, and I still try to make a shot off at the. No, I shouldn't shoot at the Indians. I'll just squeeze the trigger as I go down.
Okay, boom. There's a loud gunshot. The gun, you fall on the ground. So Tex, you're banging on doors when you hear a gunshot down the street. You can't really
Okay.
see what's going on. That's just a big group of people from where you are.
Right.
But as you watch, they run. They just take off, heading north. Actually, like in between. Some of them run in
The
between the
building.
bank and the burning building. Others head down towards the water. They all just kind of scatter. Um, as do the natives actually. The gunshot terrified them, and it's this guy on the road just screaming freaked them out. Your gun is going to be gone, Hazard. Um, you're lying on the ground when the officer, what's his name, Lieutenant Commander Lockwood, he
Yeah.
did reach down and pick your gun up. You heard him mutter something about I might have to reconsider, and before he was off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not sure exactly what he meant, but they're scattering. Oh, oh. Yeah, okay. They're pretty much scattering while you have gotten to both these houses, banging on doors, yelling fire.
Well, I mean,
People have
after that shot,
thrown
I'm
up in a.
probably-
Damn.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
After that shot, I'm probably going to check out, where down the street. I'm going to check out where that group was at then.
You head back down the street. Windows are opening. People are like, "What's going on? Fire! Fire!" Other people are just taking up the cry of fire, fire, fire. Lights are starting to come on in other buildings. It is pretty late. It's like 10 o'clock. So actually, you guys saw the lights in these buildings, but they were dark by this time. Aaron,
Okay.
Yeah.
got that? But you saw lights there earlier after dark, so obviously somebody was in there.
Okay.
People are starting to yell fire. Hazard, make me luck check. You're going back down the street, Aaron?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to be getting up and checking on Deputy Boy.
Oh, he is awful.
What was I rolling for? I got a 29.
A luck.
Luck. Yeah, that's definitely success.
Okay. Okay. So the thing I wanted to happen won't happen. Oh, that makes me sad. Okay. That's okay.
Fuck up, James.
You're getting up then, you said, James?
Yes, I'm getting up and looking dazed, and then I run over to the deputy.
Oh yeah, you went to the deputy. He's on the ground. Let's see. That probably took
What
like
happened?
2 or 3 rounds, so not very long. What the hell did I do with? Oh, here it is. Let me see how long the spell lasts. You're yelling, "What the hell happened?" at the deputy. He's screaming.
Are you okay?
Okay, let's see. The effect lasts a certain number of rounds. Okay. He stops screaming right after you say that. But he still seems to be in a great deal of pain. There are blisters everywhere. As far as you can tell, and actually, there's more light coming off of the burning building. People are starting to yell fire. You hear somebody ringing a bell somewhere.
I look at the building too. Is the inside in flames or just mainly the roof at the moment still?
Can't tell.
Can't tell.
No, not from where you're standing. You guys had moved down the street slightly, pretty much in the street between the two buildings. You know what I mean? You'll have to go back towards the front of the building, or at least directly in front of the building, to look inside. The front door is hanging wide open, and there is smoke
I'll
pouring
just go
out.
inside real
Yeah,
quick.
okay, you run inside. Yeah, the back of the building's in flames. Has not reached the office yet. The parrot is squawking in the cage over there. God, that's awful. The front office has not caught fire yet. You
know what
also
I'm
see
looking
a gun rack on the back wall behind the desk. So yeah, okay. So what do you want to do?
I'm looking for the book.
You're looking what?
Looking
For
for
the
the
book.
book.
Oh, okay. You're trying to figure out where the book is. Make me spot hidden. If you want to do it quick.
22. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, yeah. You start pulling drawers open,
Like,
opening cupboards, whatever you can find. You quickly find that book that you guys found in the chest, I believe. Yeah, the book that was hidden in the chest that you turned over to the marshal. Um, what else was in that chest? Um, there's a bunch of money and stuff in here. There's all kinds of like gold earrings and armbands and crap. Probably personal possessions of the prisoners are in this cabinet where you found the book. Um, what else was in there?
the next thing I do is just I ignore everything else. I grab a gun off the shelf and run back out.
That
Like a
tube,
long arm.
that tube. The long arms are locked in the
Oh,
case.
okay.
You know what I mean?
Wait,
I mean,
what
it's like,
tube?
huh? There's that tube. There's
You said a
that tube that had a scroll, a piece of paper in it. Jack found it, and he was like, "Oh, a piece of paper."
Okay,
That's in
gotcha.
there. That was part of the loot. You don't see any sticks.
Yeah, I just look for a stick briefly.
It looks like
and
these
then
are
I
the
just
prisoner's personal possessions. You know what I mean? Anything they said, yeah, that belonged to me, is probably in this cabinet. So
Gotcha.
the boxes, the lock boxes, and all that stuff are not in here.
I run back out.
The South
The
will
long
rise
arms are
again.
locked.
The South will rise again.
I grab the bird.
Okay, it's in a cage. You can just grab the cage. You got the book.
Yeah.
That's all you grabbed was his book.
Oh yeah, how big is it? Please let it be small.
No, it's
Fuck, it's that thick.
yeah, it's a big ass book. It looked yeah. It's his magic book. Yeah, it's big.
It's so thick. Like so it's
a big
this
book.
thick.
It's
or
a
like,
thick book. It's probably 200 pages.
Okay. Okay.
No, it's not like
but-
it's not like 800 pages.
okay.
No.
Can I stick it in my coat?
Yeah, you can. Give me
Okay,
a slide
sweet.
of give me a sleight of hand.
I
Have
want
you
to
got
stick
sleight
it
of hand?
I don't.
Oh, give me a roll on
Um,
that. We'll see what happens.
I'm just trying to make it so it can stay secured and somewhatly hidden. Come on, give me 75. I think. Yeah, that's not
That's
a
a terrible
success.
roll. Okay, so you stuff it in your coat, and you run out with the bird in one hand and holding
Yeah.
your coat like this with the other. Um, ah, ah! You stink of smoke. You know, I mean,
Smell my skin.
this out. No, it's just squawking at this point.
Smoke.
Again, the call of fire is going up.
Yeah.
Bells are starting to ring in the town. Whistles are being blown. Obviously, once someone calls fire, people make a ruckus. You see men starting to rush out. Some of them carrying buckets. Some have bedpans. It looks like they're going to
Trying
form
to
a
catch
bucket
'em.
brigade.
And I
Uh-huh.
grab the deputy's pistol.
Oh yeah, it's just lying on the ground there.
I leave him the bird.
Yeah, you'd have to. You grab up the pistol and what? You run down the street. Where? Where are you going? Back
I'll head
home.
north. I'll head north.
Oh, you go north. Okay, yeah.
Saw him go this way.
I saw him go this way. Okay, yeah. People seem to be more concerned with putting out the fire than
I mean, the fire's the most important thing.
than chasing down the fugitives who have all disappeared off the street well before anybody showed up. Yeah.
Okay.
Tex, what about you? So
I'm going to end up helping in the bucket brigade.
you ran to Hazard, who ran past, who got up. He says, "Oh," he seemed all disoriented for just like 1 second. Like literally, he was like, "Oh," and then he just took off running. He ran back into the
Checked on the
marshal's
deputy.
office.
No,
Yeah.
deputy
Oh yeah,
first.
ran over to the deputy. Then he ran into the marshal's office. So up to
Okay.
that point, was there anything you wanted to do? You don't see any of the prisoners. They all kind of scattered.
I probably would have followed him into the marshal's office then.
Yeah, okay, so you saw he just starts going through drawers and cupboards and shit. He finds a cupboard, grabs a book out of it. You recognize the book that was in that secret compartment in that chest.
Okay.
Shoves it under his coat. It's sticking out over on this side so obviously that it's ridiculous. Runs over to grabs the parrot and then runs back out. Now, what did you want to do in that time? This took him maybe 10-15 seconds because he was checking drawers and other stuff before he found what he was obviously looking for, grabbed it and ran.
Is there anything else?
Yeah, there's all kinds of shit in that
No,
cupboard.
I guess as he was running out, that's probably what I would
Yeah.
ask.
The
if
gun's
there's
locked.
anything else.
Yeah, you saw him run over to the gun. He shoved the book, ran over to the gun rack where there's several rifles. Kind of did like this on it. There's a big ass fucking like padlock on the end of it, so you can't get the rifles out. There's a bar across that keeps the rifles from coming out. Immediately turned, headed for the exit, detoured just enough to grab that cage with the parrot in it, and ran out.
Oh, yeah. Say, okay, I just follow him out.
Well,
I
you
just
have
follow him out.
time when he's looking, or right after he finds what he's looking
Oh,
for,
we had to say something.
if you wanted to
Yeah.
say something or grab something.
I don't think anything I would want to possibly grab. I
Mhm.
think would be a bad idea. So
Okay, that's
I'm not
fine.
going to do that.
Well, there's that little tube, that metal tube that Jack found. You noticed that in there. There's a bunch of
What
like
was that with the long
jewelry.
arm-
Huh?
Was that with the long arms?
No, that's in
that
that
tube?
cupboard. That was in that cupboard where he had
No,
the.
it's a small
Yeah,
little tube.
it's like this big. It's got a screw top at one end. Jack found it in with that chest with the book. He's like, "Oh, look, this piece of paper," and closed it back up, and then it went with the goods to go back to. Plus, there's a bunch of earrings and armbands that look like they made of
I don't
gold.
know. No, I'm not
Rings.
going to grab any.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not going to grab
Okay,
anything.
okay. So you just rush back out. Hazard yells something like, "They went this way." Stops long enough by Koito to put down the parrot, pick up the pistol, Koito's pistol, and head down the street heading north.
North.
Would you want to go between the buildings, between the bank
Yes.
and the marshal's office, and then runs kind of between the buildings, which seems pretty daring considering that fire is spreading pretty
Big
quickly
old
on the
fire,
marshal's
yep.
office.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what you see, Tex. People are yelling fire. A few people are starting to come. What do you want to do? Sorry, it was a big giant
Yeah,
recap.
I'm
'cause I
going to
forgot.
start helping out with the bucket brigade.
Okay.
I'm more worried about this town, I guess, at this point in town.
Yeah, they're
Which-
trying
which
to
is
form a
A
bucket
good,
brigade.
honest thing to do.
They're forming a bucket brigade pretty much between the C and 33, which is pretty long. More people show up with buckets, anything that'll hold water, pretty much, and start trying to work on putting out this fire. But it is crazy out of control. But pretty much, like, a lot of people are coming. Like, hundreds of people.
The town's
Women are
really
helping.
starting to show up.
Say what?
The town's really starting to show up.
Yeah, there's a fire. This could spread
Yeah.
and destroy the whole the whole village if
Oh,
it's
right.
let go. So like everybody's yelling, blowing whistles, yelling fire, 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 fire. You know, everything they can to try to. You see Maggie. Maggie's out there. She doesn't leave till tomorrow. She's on the bucket brigade. You see the councilmen show up. They're trying to help. Like everybody in town. And I mean Jeffrey. You don't know where he lives. Hazard knows he lives across town. Hazard, where did you go? You were running.
So, right under 38, that little house building, what is that?
Oh, the one that's not marked?
Yes.
I don't know. It's probably somebody's house. Probably a
Does it
small
have some
one-story
sort of
house.
overhang of a roof?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Oh, it is still drizzling,
Gotcha.
but it's not nearly enough to put this fire out. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. I'm
shit, we're
just
at 10 o'clock
looking
already.
for a covered place. Oh, yeah, Jesus. To stash the book. So it won't get ruined.
a covered place. You're gonna
Is
have
there
to
an
throw some
outhouse
ideas
close to that
towards
area?
me. Oh, yeah, there would be an outhouse near that house. What is 37? Let's see what else you're doing. Oh, 37. Okay, hold on. 37 is the Saltmarsh Gazette. There is a set of steps that goes up to a second story door. There. It's a set of just open steps. It's
Okay.
very short. Goes up to a tiny.
And it's on the back side?
It's on the back.
The steps?
Right.
Okay.
The front side has a big glass window, and the front door. You've been in there. It's as far as you know.
Under
It's a
the
one-story.
stairs,
It's a one-story
does it look-
house.
Does it look like a solid semi-dry area under the stairs?
There's a semi-dry area under. There's a small platform at the very top where the door is. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And it
That's
looks pretty
definitely
dry
not-
under there. Now, if it really rains harder,
Okay.
the wind blows. It's not going to be because that's like
Is there a
8 feet
bush
tall.
in that area too?
Make a luck check. If there is, there will be a hiding place
I
potentially
got pretty
there.
good luck. Please, God.
99. 100. 100.
63.
That's a success, right?
Hell yes.
Yeah. There's
Thank God.
there's a bush there. It's a really scraggly, awful, nasty little, barely alive bush, but it.
Book, run back to fire.
Oh yeah, you're running back to the fire. We all saw Hazard running away. He was trying to catch all the prisoners by himself. What a hero!
Lost him.
So you run back to help with the bucket brigade.
Yep.
Basically, okay. So you see Cunningham. Cunningham's on the bucket brigade. He's not writing anything down.
His deputy's still
There's
on the
a
ground.
switch. Yes, deputy is
then
on
I'm
the
actually
ground.
assessing. I'm fixing him.
How are you
I'm
fixing
going to
him?
him.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
trying to carry him to the doctor,
Okay.
which is one hell of a trip.
Let's see. Make a
Come on,
strength.
Coy.
Make me a strength check. Oh God.
It's above 50. Look.
8. That's 20.
Fuck.
26.
Another 63.
10.
So that's a no. I
So
lose
you're
it.
trying to drag him away without much luck. He's
I'm
like,
trying to like pick him up.
It hurts obviously so bad. You try to pick him up, and what happens? You slip in the mud.
Like, yeah, it's just because he's not helping me.
No,
and
he's like
if you've
dead
ever
weight.
tried to pick someone up
Yeah.
that's not helping.
He's dead
that
weight.
is
It's
almost impossible.
It's hard. He's screaming. You're hurting him when you try to pick him up. Or he's not
I'm
screaming,
sorry.
but he's like moaning.
I'm just gonna help with the fire. I'll come back in a minute.
Yeah, somebody sees him and at least gets him away from the fire.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Try to drag him away from the fire.
Yeah, you could do that. You could drag him down towards the fishery
Towards
or
the
down
water
the
a little
street
bit.
or wherever you want to go.
I'll just do opposite
Yeah.
direction.
Okay, Mr. Lowluck.
I'm just screaming, God damn it! Because I am frustrated. Like that's genuine frustration.
Okay.
I just don't know what's happening in it.
Mr. Lowluck, give me a luck check.
27
bonus.
is a success.
Good. Roll again. Give me a bonus die. You guys got on top of that fire as soon as it got started.
Oh yeah.
Oh, bonus die made it an 07.
07.
Oh, nice, bro.
Out of what?
55.
That is an impact. That's
an extreme
success. All right. Not only is most of the jail, the office in the front of the jail mostly survives.
Personal belongings burned up.
But what? Personal belongings?
Yeah, they burned up.
No, they didn't.
Some of them.
No, most of the office in the front survived.
Oh, good.
People were bringing water in the front and dumping it on the floor and on the desk. Now, paperwork is probably ruined. But the fire was contained with that extreme success. The fire was contained to the cells in the back and the back half of the building. Now, it does take hours. It is, let's see, it was 10. No, yeah, you were going to stay till midnight. It was only 10 o'clock when the natives came. It's probably about 2 in the morning before the fire is to the point where it no longer requires the entire town to be here fighting it. Okay, it took hours to completely quench it. Let's see if the weather did anything in that time. Typhoon! Oh, it stopped drizzling as well, but it is cloudy still, so that didn't help. But you all did manage to get the fire out. The jail is only half destroyed. Yeah. Oh shit! There was a point when gunfire erupted. A lot of it. People ran away because the ammunition that was stored in the jail started to cook and shoot off. So for like 5 or 10 minutes, everybody just ducked and covered. Aaron, you had an extreme success. Nobody got hurt. And even with all of a sudden gunfire erupting from the jail, no one was hurt. A few people probably were like,
James thinks that would be a good thing if some of the evidence was destroyed.
maybe, but your extreme success was to see how well the fighting the fire went, not to see how well it went for James.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So maybe some of the ammunition took some of the stuff out.
Might have, yeah. It could have still done that, but what it really was just checking was to see if you burned the hole. If you'd rolled a crit fail, man, Saltmarsh is gone. Time to start over. Or at least several buildings would have burned.
I hear there's an old settlement down south that maybe might be easy to start.
Hey, Marshall,
yeah.
it was the Quaalude.
The Marshal ended up being there.
Oh, definitely.
He showed up. He was obviously having the night off and going to bed in his own bed somewhere. I haven't determined where he lives yet, but it's probably a decent house somewhere, or maybe it's a boarding house. He shows up. He helps fight the fire. I mean, everybody in town was there fighting the fire. Ed was there. Several Quaalude from the village that's part of Saltmarsh, but just up the road, showed up. Obviously to help fight the fire.
That's a far trek for them.
Yeah, it's quarter of a mile. Obviously they heard the cry for help. You saw the minister.
The bells,
yeah, everybody showed up. Like everybody in town showed up. Dr. Davis was there. The mortician was there. You've only seen him once or twice. A lot of people you have never seen. It probably wasn't everybody in town, but it was a lot of people showed up. Most of the townsfolk showed up. Probably 500, 600, 700 people. Well, yeah, no, not all men. Women were helping too. Some with the bucket brigade. Others were tending to people who got injured. A few people probably got burned, or especially those closest to fire trying to put it out got burned. But other than that, I mean, this is a major disaster for the town, but it's not like wiping the entire town out, so that's a good thing. At one point, after the fire's out, people are settling down. Marshal Dodd's talking to people, trying to figure out what happened. When he finds out that Hazard was there, he questions you. He finds, you say they scattered. I don't know which way they went. Do you tell him that it was Quaalude that started the fire?
I keep that to myself for now.
Honest. Okay.
No, because this whole thing, like after Daniel's arm got fucked up, I started questioning my stuff because I want to make sure the people that I care about are safe.
Okay, we'll discuss it. You and I have to get together and discuss it.
Yeah. Because I might be breaking my character.
So
like stuff might be breaking.
So
belief systems.
Word comes that one of the boats is missing. One of the fishing boats has gone missing. There are some thoughts that maybe those sailors stole it to escape. The people are thinking that the Confederates somehow started a fire to cover their escape. Koito is taken to the doctor. Of course, he's in bad shape. And that's, I think, where we'll leave it for now. Things are going to have to be sorted out. Dodd wants to talk to you again. Tex, he doesn't know of your involvement yet. You've never met Koito, have you?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so Koi probably doesn't at least know your name straight off the bat, but everybody knows Hazard in town. So
I might have stuck around if the marshal was asking questions, though.
He was. Do you volunteer information that you were there or anything like that? Or you just keep? Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So you volunteer information that I was there, and basically tell him what happened as best as you can without implicating yourself.
Kinda. I will say, I thought Hazard had, the Confederates. I went to warn the town. I thought the town should have been a priority. I shouldn't have left them alone. Like something happened to the deputy or whatever. I didn't see what happened there.
No, you didn't. Okay. Well, you did your best. You did your best. That kind of thing. Marshal Dodd encourages you. He'll want to talk to y'all again tomorrow.
So what? Just so we know the numbers, so I can write it down. There was how many mutants and Confederates? So I could say there was this many people. They noticed I had a revolver.
4 of the Indians.
Oh, only 4? Okay.
Yeah, because there were 3 on the ship when you brought it in, and you captured 1 from the haunted house.
Oh, only 1? That's
right. The smuggler. Yeah, you killed the other one. Or no, Enos killed the other one. I believe Enos. I don't remember how the other one died.
Enos
One of them
knocked out
got
one,
killed.
and he killed one and knocked out the other.
Yeah, Enos
Enos was a boss during that fight.
You had let's see, that guy was unconscious, but oh shit, he might still be out cold. They might have had to drag his ass out. Hit points 10. He went straight to 0. There were 8 smugglers. One of those, I believe, is dead. Yeah, one actually is dead. I forget which one. Somebody got shot right in the chest and was killed. I think it was the one that attacked Hutton. I think Tex shot him in the chest and he was just dead. He did a ton of damage. So there were 7 smugglers, 3 officers, so that's 10, and Kildare.
So there's 15 people altogether.
Yeah, and you sent Kildare. You said, go to the house. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So you actually had a plan and sent him somewhere. And yeah. So there were 10 total survivors. Of you guys saw Will and Tom
10
Stout.
survivors, 4 Indians.
Right. 11 survivors technically with Kildare.
Okay.
So yeah, that's a lot of people. It's not surprising that they would possibly overpower you.
God, yeah, that's 15 people. I do have 9 bullets and a shotgun shell, but
You see Maggie walk by as you're saying this. She just looks at you and she's like, rolls her eyes and shakes her head and keeps going. The luck check, James, was to see if they stole Maggie's sloop.
oh my God, she would have been so
She would have
pissed.
been so mad at you.
She might have
How did
killed
you
me.
let them get away? Yeah. So no, they stole one of the fishing
15 of
boats. They stole one of the fishing boats. They're smaller, but they're easier to manage. Questions,
headed
comments,
north?
suggestions, huh?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Suggestions.
they're all sailors.
Make my life a little bit easier.
They made their way to the docks during the confusion. They accounted for, if not everybody, at least most of the crew. They grabbed a fishing boat. They have 1 pistol. And they headed out who knows where.
Solid pistol.
All of them escaped. What? Okay. So, sorry. Questions, comments, suggestions.
I almost just started shooting at the Indians. They're going for the gun.
Blow them away. They would have scattered at that, but you probably would have killed at least one of them.
And then I would have still whispered to the officer to hit me while I'm shooting these Indians.
Yeah, he's got your hazmat now.
Yeah.
My
My personal one with my engraving on it.
Yeah.
I've got my initials in it and everything.
It'll be found at a murder site.
Yeah,
Mr. Hazard, you say you lost this gun months ago. No one saw you lose the gun. Anyway, General Grant is dead. No.
Oh, when did he become president? I forget.
I think he's already been president.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's long, though.
Not long. I think 1876 was his last year, but I don't remember off the top. Just look it up. You got a computer right in front of you, James. Aaron, what you think? Questions, comments, suggestions?
I got pissed at the. I was getting hot.
I know you were. I was like,
surprised you were
is Aaron going to
cool.
get his ass killed here? Because they'll gun your ass down. The Pickersgills are crazy and they're terrible people. And I was like, oh, Aaron, don't kill yourself because this guy he will murder you and won't even care. Sorry about that.
That's fine. Now I have justification.
Yeah, you can hate the Pickersgills. You can certainly hate them. Reuben was a dick to you.
I was hoping the Pickersgill would be better than the Baldries, but it's just the same thing, slightly different education level.
They're not nice people.
Trash goblins.
They're like the Hatfields and McCoys, right?
They kind of are. They're having a feud. Obviously, you guys found out about that. They shoot at each other. I mean,
that happened in front of you, too.
Yeah, Reuben did shoot at Enos on the road there. Missed him. They're terrible shots. They're all terrible shots. I mean, they're not all terrible shots, but they're not great shots. And but he was at pretty extreme range, too. And through the woods, so it's not surprising he missed. Scared him off. And
I should have remembered to do a sleight of hand, though, for that messenger gun. That's what I should have done.
That'd
At
get a
least that's
penalty
what- and then
die.
if I failed it, I failed it. But then
Right. That would get a penalty
it would
die.
make me feel
Messenger
a little
gun.
bit more in control.
Messenger gun is really big. That's why I asked if you were packing any hardware. But the only problem with that is if you just said you weren't. I mean, you ate, you had a meal with Levi.
Right.
You know, he definitely knew you had a pistol on you, even if Ruben didn't. Yeah, they're not nice people. The Pickers Guilds aren't supposed to be nice people. They're so angry. Why are they so angry? They're so angry.
But yeah, I didn't feel like it was worth having my character die over. So,
I'm glad you did.
in the long run.
I mean, you were in it was a bad position for you to be in.
It was a bad position.
Yep.
I didn't want to chance the rolls. So
You just gotta dodge everything.
yeah, that's not going to work for my character.
Yeah, I figured you might kick Levi off at the very beginning.
I hoped I would have succeeded.
Oh man, I was
No.
hoping for a success there too.
I'm talking at the very beginning.
Oh,
When he jumped on, he was like screaming. As soon as he said Pickers Guilds, you were talking last time, like you were going to punch him or knock him off your cart. Like
yeah, I thought about it.
Right.
But, I mean, like, how would I have felt if someone was? It seemed like he was in honest danger. So
he was pretty scared. But if you'd had done that, he would have like started shooting at your wagon after you rode away. You know what I mean?
you dick!
Yeah, basically, he would be like. They're not good
Pickers
people.
Gill, you have to give me a ride.
Do as I say. So yeah, but yeah, if you'd have kicked him off at the beginning, when you did try to kick him off, I don't know what would have happened at that point. I was trying to make sure that you had to take the bodies into town, that you couldn't just like overlook the situation.
yeah,
but
I wouldn't have overlooked the situation. My guy would have let the marshal know.
right. But
He
it
would
was
have
it's
preferred not
easier.
to handle any of them.
Yeah, but that's more fun for me. So yes, avoiding the Pickers Guilds, especially near their own property, is probably a good idea.
He might be talking to well, he doesn't really want to talk to him, but the newspaper guy,
Cunningham.
Cunningham. Why did I want to say Mortimer?
Cunningham would be very interested in this.
He's going to be asking for more pay.
He's what? Oh, more pay?
If I got to ride through this area and this stuff happens to me much more, he might.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can do that.
It would be, if this happens much more, I might need some hazard pay or something like that, or
Go see Mr. Hazard then.
yeah.
Got him.
For that hazard.
Okay. The attack on the jail.
But no,
check.
that was a good one. That was a good one. And there's a lot of stuff we can do at the moment. I was just torn between like 3 different things I need to get done now.
What needs to happen first?
Now.
Where's the circuit judge? Check.
Now I don't know what to do with a whole lot of stuff, because like, now should I join the Confederates?
You're from Georgia, boy.
I'm basically gonna tell them, hey, don't steal my stuff, buy it.
Well, here's the other question, though. Think about this. This is something for Aaron to think about. How does Aaron feel about letting a bunch of Confederates loose?
He doesn't technically know he let them loose, though.
That's
definitely knows
true.
I let one kind of go, maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
how
that
does
looks
figure out?
suspicious.
I know. I think he was around. I'm pretty sure he was around when Kildare was asking to be set free when we were on the boat still. I know he made comments about that on the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he and Kildare talked quietly together in the corner of the marshal's office.
Right.
Okay, at Kildare's request, and then you saw Kildare just run away, while Hazard had a gun out pointing at the Confederates, and it was not. It was not till later he got punched. So it's up to you, but keep in mind you don't have to be like, I'm gonna get along with everybody. We're all just good buddies. Especially if
Yeah,
somebody.
no.
He wants to be buddies with everyone, though.
I get that, but
And
especially
he knows Hazard has money though. No.
that's true. But also keep in mind though where your morals are. Check your traits and stuff
Oh,
on
definitely.
Oh, I know.
how you and how does your character feel about the war and about the people who fought in it, especially on the Confederate side.
I know how he feels about the Confederacy.
So take all that together. You don't have to suddenly like arrest Hazard or turn him in, but
Oh,
you
no,
could
he
also have it could turn into a very nice role playing opportunity to go like
Oh,
to like confront him if you want,
Yeah,
or
that might be happening here. It all depends on like.
or not trust him. I mean, just keep all
No,
this stuff in
it's
mind.
going to be happening. He's at least going to confront him if Hazard doesn't say something to him. But
Good. Get some role play going. But
Oh, yeah.
we'll start next time, the next day, essentially at this juncture, before to try to figure out what the hell's going on. Hutton's got a heel check coming on Friday, so that's good.
and then
I figured, I mean, that would, even if Sean was going to be able to make it, he probably wouldn't have been doing much. Like
I don't know.
right now either. So.
I think I would have thrown some I would have thrown some shit at Hutton this time. He's here looking for something. I got some rumors ready for him. They'd be like, "Oh, I saw the thing you're looking for," or something like
the
that.
rumor mill was running real hard today.
It wasn't though. It wasn't running hardly at all. I have a list. Look at this. This is you can't really see it. This is the list of all the shit you guys have. Most of the shit that you guys have like heard about, or it's been in the paper
and
or something.
left on hold.
Just ignored it. And I'm like, come on, man.
Well,
I must
Hazard
have not caught Maggie talking about that crate or whatever. Like I totally missed on that. So
I did forget about that too a little bit.
Yeah, she said that he had a suspicious crate. That's all she said. It was very vague.
He was eating some suspicious crepes.
That too. Yeah, I got stuff planned. I sat down and did a lot of planning today. I'm kind of glad you didn't go to do the reconnaissance mission because that was the one thing that wasn't really ready. But Hazard been dragging his
That was the other thing I was going to do.
Hazard been dragging his damn feet with the Quaalude. Yeah, I'll help you out, sure. Week goes by, nothing happens.
I've been trying. I have the freaking Marshall. And this helps me out because this scenario I think is going to break Honest. It's going to keep Hates being lied to. But
So
I don't think
hypocrite, then you'll probably need to add to your character.
Say
If
what?
he is not honest but hates being lied to, we should add hypocrite to his traits.
Oh,
Because
Lord,
he
yes.
is one. We could replace honest with that. But we'll talk. You and I will get together and we'll talk. I did any kind of changes need to be made for
Pass through you. Yeah.
well, they need to be made for a good reason is all. So
Yeah.
All
Because now
right, I'm gonna stop the stream.
Hazard's going to do whatever it takes to help Daniel.
Yeah.
See ya.
All right, yeah. Bye everybody. We're stopping the stream. Nobody's watching, so it doesn't matter.